And we're live. Hello, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, happy time zones wherever you might be. I'm Emma. Welcome back to the House of Hubris here on twitch.tv/Saracent, and welcome back to Shadows over Loathing. Don't know why it's apparently a enunciate the wrong word in a sentence kind of a day, but here we are. Yeah, so missed you all on Saturday. I was not here, but now I am here, as you can tell by the meme. This could be a cunning deepfake, but you'll have to take my word that it's not. So last time we went into Grey County. We advanced some ongoing side quests. We did various things. Grey County is very Southern Gothic, and it turns out we're helping people to blow up a pipeline, I think. Also looking for a cursed sickle, but mostly that. We killed some vampires. That was the thing we did. But yes, we have various side quests from various people. We still have a magnet on our head because, depressingly, it remains very mechanically powerful. Go away. But we are going to leave immediately because I have been informed that there's something I've been looking for that I've missed back in Rufus's place. Oh my god, we didn't even get sidetracked? Yep. Okay, wow, that's really hidden. One of those newfangled metal detectors. This will help with our whole time-travelling witch village quest. Ask if we do. Hey, Rufus, can I borrow your metal detector? Sure, if you have a good and specific reason for needing it. I needed to find an old key so I can stop a little girl's house from burning down 230 odd years ago. That's good enough for me. Knock yourself out. This won't be available commercially for 3 more years. Somebody's done their research. Okay, and then we go back to Crystal Dream Lake. This completely unmarked side quest has taken us some time. Go to the hardware store so we can move our toilet. Adventure games. Wait, no, the toilet's already there, isn't it? Damn. Fairies, sure. Just off to one side of the trail, you see 2 things at roughly the same time. The first thing is a whole flock of those horrible murder fairies dancing around merrily and laughing in shrill little voices. The second is the bloody carcass of a medium-sized bear that they're hopping up and down on and occasionally chewing. Oh, here's the third thing. All of the fairies stopping what they're doing and turning to look at you. One of them pulls out a revolver and giggles. Another flips open a straight razor and makes a noise that sounds a lot like a confused and dying bear. You guys all suck. Oh yeah, I'm fighting with a toilet brush now. That's the thing I'm doing. Also, you're all statted for Chapter 2. You fools, we are from Chapter 5. We have visited from the future to mess you up. 16, 9, 10, 9. Okay, so 3 of them just all... We are truly more powerful than a medium-sized bear. They could call you the Fairy Slayer if that wouldn't be a weird thing to call someone. But maybe you should anyway. There's some hardcore drag queen somewhere called that, I'm sure. So we actually want to go to the museum. Oh yeah, we've had this before. Sound of an active war zone. Let's just not. Okay. Toilet. Oh wait, no, I need to... Because I have to wander around the area, so I'll have to do that in the future. I spent some time poking around in the woods near Sandwich Village with Rufus's metal detector, and unearthed a nearly impressive pile of trash, before finally finding what you hope is Delia's house key. Got some scrap metal, a chunk of lead, which we can just increase damage of a weapon with. Neat. Then you write Rufus SIT steam tunnels on the metal detector and stick it in the mailbox. Cool. Hope they didn't change the locks in the last 240 years. So first of all, I would like to use that lead. There you go, now it's hefty. Muscle plus 8 stench and causes 3 poison and 1 on fire. Love that for me. But wait, didn't we already... Yeah, we already got the key. Or we didn't get the key, but we used the cursed key. Yes, and we moved the oil lamp. But now we can tell Delia? No? So it's still saying today's the trial. There's still jam on the altar. Ah, now we can unlock the lockbox. Oh no. No, because that could cause some kind of nasty paradox, apparently. I mean, so could most of the things we do around here. Okay. Was there something else in the Putnam Village in the future? By the future, I mean the present. Oh yeah, and we're still taking wide steps. October 1626. See, normally we'd go back to the newspaper every time we get a date. But, I mean, I doubt they go back to the 17th century. Or maybe there's a weird thing. I don't know. Let's check it out. Stomp, 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 stomp. No, we don't go back to 1626. I mean, is it going to be, like, filed under a different century or something? Oh, apparently I have new ones here. This morning, a new sculpture was revealed in Goldthwaite Park, donated by Ocean City Controller Margaret. The sculpture, which consists of 5 jagged pointed rocks arranged in a rough circle on small concrete plinths, has been described as avant-garde, thrillingly pointy, and fine, I guess. Wait, are you writing this down? Hi, Mum. By interested onlookers. What was the other date? I don't even remember when we got these dates. The day's paper tells of the disappearance of the charter riverboat Longfellow. All passengers and crew are presumed deceased. The riverboat's owner, Henry Longfellow, is quoted as saying, "There are many things that are long, such as boats, and some distances. The longest of all is grief." The article's not much help, but further down the page there's a coupon for free meat. Sure, why not? Just sell it? I guess, yeah. Any vendor trashes a coupon for free money. Good for this. Let's see. Oh no, there's a bunch of new stuff. March 6, 1917. This morning, an unexpected explosion destroyed a barn in Grey County. Captain Alvin Hamlinado of the Grey County Fire Brigade reported that the fire was, pretty well contained, nothing to worry about, no problems here, and that it was probably caused by some hay exploding weird, and that we should go away and don't ask me any more questions. Funeral services for the farm's residents will be held tomorrow at St. Polycarp's Cathedral in Ocean City. I don't remember when we got these dates, but hey, we're getting XP for them. Okay, yep, that's just been misfiled. Thank goodness I don't trust this game to follow its own logic. I mean, to be fair, it does follow its own logic, because its logic is weird and wacky things happen. It's reasonably internally consistent, in a certain way. Well, let's check July 1876, just the one newspaper for the whole of July. This month's papers tell of the McElhatton murder trial, which ended in a mistrial when the star witness was metamorphosed into a tree. The third such incident that year. Mr. McElhatton praised the outcome as a victory for the rule of law and forestation. Okay, don't know when we heard about that. So 1626 has been filed in the 1860 to 79. Sure, why not? I mean, it makes sense. Sometimes things just get misfiled. The archive doesn't go back that far, but you do find an article about the village's 250th anniversary on October 31st, 1876. Sure. It says that the town was founded in 1626 by a man named Fulker Proctor, and was considered a nice, if unremarkable, little village, until traders found the town completely empty in early November 1692, apart from one dark-eyed old man who joined them on their route back to Ocean City. After that, the town remained abandoned and undisturbed, due to rumours of a haunting or curse. Okay, I don't think we've heard that name before, Fulker Proctor. Any other new dates? August 2nd, 1792. I swear that wasn't there a second ago. Died. Largest mouth Luke. Bass fish. Large. Sure. Look, we get XP for it. Whatever. We now have 353 XP. Jesus. Are all of these upgradable skills now? Yes. Meat drops spooky. Let's do spooky armor. The old tale of Farmer Borge and his daughter. You'd hate to run across them on a rainy night. The more you read, the gladder you are that you didn't have access to this book as a child. Then again, it might have prepared you better for the nonsense you're dealing with now. True. And now it just continues to be that. Anything I can get with 50 XP? Yeah. How did they ever make a candle out of ham? Whale-scented ham candle. 1,000 meat per item. Which sold separately, of course. So what are our armors looking like now? Pretty good, pretty good. Need more stench, but I have equipment for that. Okay, so maybe there's something else now we've got that name back at the village? Extract some hair grease. And slide on down to the museum on the grease. Is there anything else in town? Yeah, because it just says Proctor, our town founder. That'll be Fulker Proctor, which is certainly a collection of letters. I'm going to interfere with this chess game. Just keep switching it between white and black. Oh yeah, we want white to be winning, because otherwise people misinterpret the present. Hiding behind the arras. Can't anymore. They won't let me any further in. Root cellar. Ooh. Doors are locked with an expensive German combination lock requiring a 5-letter word. I mean, given that it's the one clue we've been given, I guess. Sure. Can't say it's surprising that nobody names their sons Fulker anymore. Anyway, the cellar doors are unlocked now. Oh, there is actual ritual magic going on here. Great. Someone's chalked a magical ritual circle on the cellar floor. That's ominous. Metal. You find some chalk on the nearby shelf, erase the circle, and redraw it backwards. That should throw a wrench into someone's plans. There's a gold pocket watch on this shelf. The inside lid of the pocket watch is engraved to my son Tom on his 12th birthday. Well, that answers the question of what happened to Tom's watch originally, but in turn raises some additional questions. Since you have effectively duplicated the watch by bringing back the one from the future and giving it to Tom, it's probably best to leave this one here. Things could get real weird if you gave Tom this one as well. But what if we did? Shelf of dry goods from before wet goods were even discovered. I mean, I think farming is when wet goods were discovered. Shelf full of books so old you can't even pass the titles. Really? None of them? Well, there's one with the word blood in it. Probably means blood, and you're interested in blood. Encyclopedium of Blood. Upgradable skill to just increase max HP. It's a good thing human anatomy hasn't changed in the last 300 years. This book would be way out of date. So there's still the graffiti in the toilets. I mean, wonder what changing that has changed. Welcome to the historical village of Sandwich, where the inhabitants keep history alive by living and working the same way people here did centuries ago. That's not what it said before. This house was the residence of the Danforth family. Step inside to learn more. Now it's a gift shop. The Danforth residence has been converted into a gift shop for your convenience. Why not take home a three-armed ragdoll? A style that originated here but became extremely popular statewide in the mid-1690s. We cured witch hunts. Cream. Three-armed ragdolls. Pet Hecate. Well, currently we have physical armor. We can replace it with 3 hot armor. Sure. Yeah. You're a different shopkeeper as well. Is there anything hidden back here? I've played adventure games. A somewhat familiar looking man smiles from behind the counter. Barbecue fork and nasty spoon, rubbing paper, sandwich cream, and the super soldier syrup we sold earlier. Also, now we can sell this coupon for free meat. By sell, I mean redeem. This house has been home to the Putnam family for hundreds of years. Feel free to ask about historical village life. And we can fish in the trough. Rustic cola can. In other news, we are getting to the part of the year where I complain all the time about how hot it is. But, ooh, a delicious oyster. Increases sleaze armor. Sure. This horse trough is nearly 300 years old. The water's not that old, but you shouldn't drink it anyway. It's for horses. That's fair. Yeah, no, we're getting to the part of the year where I complain about how hot it is all the time, and I will continue to do so, frankly. I hope the sound is okay. I do have a fan running, but I think between EQ and noise reduction, I'm keeping it out of the mic channel as much as I can. Sound is fine. Lovely, thank you. Hello. It was quite a bit like Delia, though a little older. Hello, I'm Dorothy Putnam. Dolly to my friends. Hi Dolly, I'm Joe Barthlower. You're related to Delia Putnam. That's right, she was my great aunt. Except more greats than that. I thought so. You look just like someone who looks like a Delia. What? Never mind. About your nickname, is it short for Dorothy, or is it because of actual dolls? It's a little of both. I make a lot of the souvenir rag dolls we have on sale here. Oh, do you have an interest in historical dolls? That would explain how you know about my great aunt Delia. Oh yeah, totally would. In that case, yes, I do. I've read her old diaries. Apparently the three arms thing took off after she and her friend Patricia got into a squabble of some kind, and a passing traveller helped them make up. They became best friends after that. Aw, that's nice to hear. How do things turn out for Delia and Patricia and the rest of the kids? Do her diaries say? Let me think. Great Aunt Delia made a lot of dolls and eventually married a traveling trader. Sometimes she went out on his routes with him. Patricia got married to a big six from one of the outlying farms, and they moved north to start a ranch. Tom Danforth became a judge like his pop, and Duty Head Peter became mayor, though it was basically by default. Nothing super interesting, but, you know, nothing much was back then. They all did well enough for themselves. That's good. Thanks for the closure. What? Nothing. It's like being a historical reenactor. Honestly, it sounds kind of boring. It's not so bad. It's easy work, and I take the weekends off to go cut loose in Ocean City with my friends. So it's not like I'm suffocating in this wool frock year-round. Can you imagine? Sheesh. Yeah. Hey. We actually use this well for water, don't throw meat in it. What if I take meat out of it? Or possibly fish, or possibly other miscellaneous things? Meat. Aha! I mean, I'm wildly rich as it stands, but hey. Sandwiches Church also serves the Nurse Hut's town hall, courtroom, racquetball court, and schoolhouse. Antique order has been carefully maintained. People have cleaned the jam off. Nice gazebo. Sandwich gazebo. Vagrants welcome. The wealthy Proctor family owned the biggest and most conveniently toilet-adjacent house in the village. Anything in these planters? No? Hi there. Well, hello. Welcome to Sandwich. My name's Phil Proctor. I'm the mayor here. Any questions you might have about our little historical village, I'll be happy to answer as best as I can. In relation to Peter Proctor? Ah, you must have seen the graves in our cemetery. Sure. Yes, that Peter Proctor was my I think it's 5 or 6 great-grandfather. We don't know much about him, but judging from that headstone, he must have been a character. Yeah, you could say that. I assume. Do you know anything about witchcraft? Witchcraft? Ha, no. Nope. No witches around here. We filled the root cellar up with concrete purely because the house's foundation was a little shaky. What's that got to do with nothing? Saved it. Can I go in your house? I'm sorry, I'd love to show you the place. We got a beautiful tapestry featuring portraits of some of my ancestors and a lot of other historical memorabilia, but you've arrived at a bad time. We did some renovation and restoration work, and it's a real mess inside. That's why I'm standing out here. I'm waiting for the electrician, or someone like it. Electrician? Thought you were all 18th century historical reenactors here. Oh, well, yes, technically. But I have a telephone for emergencies, and once a week after the patrons have left in the evening, we all get together in my parlor to listen to the Loosener's Castor Oil Flakes Musical Variety Hour on the radio. Thanks, talk later. The outhouse looks the same. This outhouse is the same. Cemetery. Why is there a hole there? Oh, we dug that hole, didn't we? The Danforths. Now all with different dates of death. Love that for them. Tombstone covered in lichen from Mary Ann Putnam. But again, all different death dates now. Peter Proctor, 1680 to 1737. He was a duty head until the very end. Well, we can make a rubbing of that. Wonder if we show him that. That would do. Ah, yes. Make a rubbing of the gravestone. There's someone who'll be very interested to see this. Or at least you'll be very interested to see the look on his face when he sees it. The rest of his family, all different. Nicholas Proctor vanished mysteriously. I did that. And the town founder. So, oh, yes, because before it was Nicholas Proctor, born 1656, died like 250 years later. Presumably that's who was doing the ritual, and you know, why. Let's go show a kid some smack talk from 250 years in the future. It's like Christmas Carol in here. Hey, Peter, come here a sec. Ha, what do you want? I've got something to show you. From the future. Like I care about anything you'd have to show me from your dumb, poor future. Oh, I think you'll be interested in this. You hold up the rubbing of his tombstone and waggle it in front of his face. Hello, I'm Peter's grave. Peter grabs the rubbing and stares at it. What? That's right, kid. Duty head, right there on your own gravestone. That's what happens when nobody respects you because you're an arrogant jerk to everybody all of the time. But you're young and you've still got time to change. See what I'm saying? Okay. Okay, fine. I'll try to be nicer to people. Goodbye. And then if we go back to the present. So are you still going to be like, he was the mayor but also a duty head? Well, hello, Dolly. You said that as though you were referencing something, but I don't think it exists yet. Yeah. Might be a side effect of the time travel. The what now? Nothing. Never mind. About Delia's friend. No, so duty head Peter became mayor by default. But has the tombstone changed? Peter Proctor. He was kind of a jerk, but he tried. Yeah, well, that's something at least. Okay, I think we have probably milked all we can out of this place. Let's go back to Grey County, where we were actually meant to be doing things. No, not that. Wait, how much? No, we've used all our XP. Yeah, there's so many things. And we can't go to Bud's Burger Barn, because it no longer exists. Oh yeah, we just did the whole teleport meteorite maze. We saved them from bad historical lack of research? Exactly. We did it all for the historical record. I can't remember what we're meant to do in half of these places. I should probably just look at my to-do list. Help people at the feed store to get ready for the heist. Rufus wants to gather a handful of black ooze, which is not for the heist. The unusual smart route still wants some cheese. Iola wants a glass of milk from Milkman Stan, who was last seen at the Drexelstead. Xenia wanted a paperweight from Milk and Cody's farm. Grover needs some fertilizer from the orchard. Farina wants a beam-based engine from the old Ford compound. That's it. Let's go to the burbling ooze first, because that's the one that isn't the plot of this chapter. The ancient Greeks postulated 5 elemental ducks. What? Number 5 is Greece. Epicurus spoke of greasy ducks, ducks that take sleazy bites and nibbles out of anything or anyone they damn well choose. Here comes one of those ducks now. Real big boy, sitting in your path, spooling out its tacky tongue. We have so much sleaze armor. These ducks might have scared the ancient Greeks. Might even have been the thing that wiped out the whole civilization. You don't know, you don't read a lot of non-fiction. You live in the here and now, where no duck, no matter how powerful, is going to stand in your way. You walk straight on past. Not today, duck. What do we say to the god of duck? Wow, all evil trees. The ooze is really burbling. If you taunted it, you could probably get it to attack you. But what if we just got some ooze because we're so armoured up? Slowly, partly due to the slime's viscosity and partly so you don't make it angry, you wade out into the middle of the ooze. Then you stick your hand down into it with a glorp sound. Your skin tingles, and you get a faint sense of deja vu that you can't quite put a finger on. You pull your hand out, bearing a handful of stuff exactly like the rubbery, glistening black slime that connects in bathroom sink drains from bacteria feasting on soap scum, toothpaste spit, and decomposing hair. If you don't know the stuff I mean, consider yourself lucky. Top-notch Foley, that's why they pay me the big bucks. Can't tell if it's actually twitching or if that's just the nerves in your skin trying to get away. Ugh. Anything else around here? Well, there's an electric rock. Oh, and we can fish in the ooze. I'm amazed this doesn't taunt it. Extra virgin crude oil. Some electrified oil. An electric shale shard. Mr. Carlton damage to an enemy and then restore 1 AP. Neat. Also, there's an electric rock here. Let's explore its feelings. You explore the rock's feelings with your mind as you explore its cracks and crevices with your fingers. There you go, we've got a bunch of materials. We could still fight the ooze if we so wished, but we don't. Now I just want to go and give Rufus this ooze before I have to carry it around any longer. Yes, do we need a fuse? No, thank you. Until next semester, then. IHTFP. What? The man smiles and walks away. The only sentence I could make from IHTFP there was, it hurts to feel pain. Which, yeah, true. Probably not where we were going. Hey, Rufus. Oh, hello again. Got your ooze. Here, please take it. This is really unpleasant. Sorry, but you need to keep it for the next part. This is the last thing, I promise. And what is it? There's a strange well in Grey County, like an old-fashioned wishing well. Except when you put something into it that starts with the letter H, it comes back changed. Changed? Changed how? kind of demonic, or at least magically on fire. Feel free to experiment with it if you want, but what I need is the ultimate version of that handful of ooze. Oh, this is why it had to specifically be a handful, not some other kind of receptacle. The H-hole. Okay. You're also going to need some intense stench resistance to carry the stuff back here. It's going to smell really bad. How much? I don't know, about 8? 8 sounds about right. Alright, I'll probably swing that. Good luck. Don't get any in your mouth or eyes. Or anywhere, really. Goodbye. 8 stench resistance, we can do that. Currently we have 3. No, that's not the button, that's the button. Elemental armor. Stench. There you go, problem solved. Our stats are worse, but we have so much elemental armor going. Back to Grey County, where we find out how many things we have that start with H. There's an ominous crack in the sky, and in the space of a single charged second, the wide farm road is drenched with fast-falling rain that bites to the bone. Long and level plains of this country offer no shelter, except perhaps for a lone house you spy off in the distance, perhaps a half-mile to the east. We just read a newspaper thing about somebody named Borge, didn't we? Did they mysteriously disappear? Anyway, we have enough cold armor to actually not get sidetracked for once. We've unlocked the location for later. Wow, it is hot here. Oh yeah, full-on heat haze. Smouldering creosote bush. This rock is boiling with unquenched rage. You convince the rock to project its ire into you. Give us some phlogistic resin. Smoke pours off this nest of very hot ants. Caution, do not throw anything that starts with H down this well. This fence isn't really accomplishing anything. You're not going to let that sign tell you what to do, are you? I mean, if we fish, we're throwing a hook in. Let's see. After a brief struggle, you reel something in. A glob of molten metal. Sure. Throw something in the well. Oh! Oh, we can throw the turtle in because we called it Hieronymus. Oh, I'm sorry, buddy. Demon turtle time. Nothing happens for... You lower Hieronymus the turtle back into the well. Nothing happens for a few minutes, so you pull the bucket back up. Whoever's down there must not be interested in that particular item. Okay. What about this haunted duck call? Now it's cursed. And it causes bleeding. And what about this hearty wheat tea? You hear a bubbling noise, and when you pull the bucket back up, it contains a bottle of glowing red liquid. Ooh, nice. But what about these boots? No, heavy boots don't change. This clean water? This still a handful of clean water? This hard candy? When it comes back, it's been transmogrified, mostly via inflation, into a cake. Increases all 3 stats, imbued with the power of Satan and the protein of 3 large eggs. Oh, this book we've not been able to read. Comes back in a more scourged, but also more interesting form. Posthumous works of the Romance poets. Book of poems written by the Romance poets after they were justifiably and appropriately consigned to the eternal fires of hell, which gives you cold armor. Those are the wrong way round. What about this mace that shouldn't be a thing, but then we put hefty on the front? Now it's smouldering. Sure, I guess. What about this fishing rod? Nope. What about this hematic ichor? When you pull it back up, the ichor has liquefied and gotten really hot. Also, somebody down there apparently pushed it into a little bottle for you, which is nice. HP by 7 and hot armor by 3. I'll grab another one of those. Ah! Our toilet brush is hefty, so we can make that smouldering as well. Wait, that does 3 on fire. Oh, right, so it's just replaced flaming. Sure, it's more fire now. We try just adding more fire. This handsaw? Nah. When you pull it back up, the blade is white hot. Okay. Well, that's everything interesting. Let's throw another Himascaper or 2 in there. And then the views. Put the views in the bucket and lower it into the well. When you bring it back up, it's thicker, blacker, and burning angrily. And even with your stench arm, you can tell that it is foul. This wad of tar burns with the fires of hell, which is different from normal fire in that it literally hates you, rather than just being coincidentally ouchy. It smells terrible. Coincidentally ouchy, there's a band name for you for today. Well, this has been a good use of the H-hole. Let's go give Rufus his thing back before we have to carry it any longer. Oh hey, some fishmen. You decide to take a shortcut between some campus buildings and come face to face with 2 fishmen who are hanging out in the darkened alley. They seem surprised to see you, and one of them makes wild gestures at you while yelling something. However, even if you could understand its language, that would be hampered a bit by the tremendous volume of water that pours out of the fisherman's mouth as it yells. The other one makes even more emphatic gestures and yells another few quotes at you. Yeah, but we know how to brag. Alright, you guys. You better not mess with me. I'm... Oh, wait here a sec. You leave the alley to find a water fountain and fill up as much as you can before returning. The 2 fishermen seem pretty impressed by your fluid capacity and allow you to pass unharmed. Glob. Sure. Rufus, have your gross slime. Okay, here's your fire glob. You notice that Rufus has plugged his nose with what looks like cement. Excellent. Once I refine this a little, it'll make the perfect magical glue to assemble my device with. That all you need? Sure is. And I can't thank you enough for all your help. I don't know if this is going to work, but I definitely wouldn't have gotten this far without you. Don't mention it, Rufus. Good luck finding your sister. Is that just the end of the side quest? I imagine he'll be in touch next chapter. If there is a next chapter, I don't know. I feel like we're getting close to it. There's still another shop front open, so there's probably another chapter. Let's put our sash back on. Although the Puckwitchy medicine bag is pretty good with regeneration. But no, muscular sash. For stats. And then back to Grey County. Where we will go to the Borge House this time, because once again, it's the only place here that doesn't actually advance the plot. And who does that? Very rainy over here. The outside of the mailbox reads, Borge! On the inside, it also says, Borge! Paint fence. Aha! The thicket, you paint it. Including the stuff on the other side of the house, which I did with my mind powers. This quaint and well-maintained farmhouse appears to be the only settled farmstead in the area. Must be lonely with no neighbours to meet or sugar to borrow. Those with neighbours know they can't go 5 minutes without asking each other for a cup of sugar. It's one of the main things they do, just trading the same sugar back and forth, never gaining anything. Welcome to Night Vale. Well, let's be polite. A voice, muffled and gruff, shouts back. Who is that there? It's Jimbert. Yes? Eh? I can't hear you over the rain. Maybe I'm painting the fences, I'm curing the curses of the other 2 turning into a tree incidents. Yeah, quite possible. Just go in. That's some dramatic hair that you've got there, Mr. Borge. The old farmer is tanned and calloused all over from either a lifetime of farm work or a fall into the vat at the leather factory. Look at you, you are soaked to the bone from the rain. Quick, you must make yourself warm. There is hot spaghetti on the stove and towels in my wardrobe. Thanks, I'm Jimbert, by the way. Everyone calls me Borge. You are welcome under my roof, Jimbert, and to share in my food and warmth. But I have one rule by which you must abide. Oh god, are we getting blue-bearded here? What is it? You must not look at my daughter. What's the foot's ring? Oh, that's the travelling salesman one. Why do I have a thing to say ever seen one of these? But I do like the checkered past answer. Oh no, I've been down this road before. You must not look at my daughter. Alright, I heard you. Yeah, why is your daughter Sadaka? Yeah, she's following me. Don't like this. A barren fireplace. It's a small kitchen, but enough to feed a farmer and the distaff shambler looming at your back. The first cupboard you open is bare, but for a glass baby bottle, its rubber teat freshly vulcanized. The spaghetti's on the stove, Jimber, not in the cabinet. Okay, but I'll be taking this anyway. I'm an adventure game protagonist, you see. There's no babies around here anyway. I'll just sell it. The spaghetti is in the pot. An unbroken coil of thick spaghetti simmers eel-like in the discoloured copper pot. Collect it. You wrap the strand up in a tight ball and put it in a shallow dish. Okay, cool. The bony frame of the farmer's daughter twitches in your peripheral. Well, let's continue to not look at her. It's not clear if you're allowed to look at a picture of the farmer's daughter and her relatives. Well, we'll find out in a moment. Phew. Turns out we were. Barrel of farmer's cider, still legal despite prohibition. Drink it. You inspect the contents of the barrel more closely and discover the cider has hardened to the point that it's a solid block of the consistency of glass. Oh well. Ah, but we have a baby bottle. You sheepishly fill the baby bottle with some milk and drink it. Oh, it was milk. I thought that was more cider. I misread the thing. Your bones, thank you. And a barrel of farmer's cream. I'll drink some of that too. You begin to fill the baby bottle up with some cream, but accidentally drop it in the barrel. Try to fish it out, only to discover why there's meat at the bottom of the farmer's cream. Make your own jokes. So that's their secret. More meat. Candles on a bookshelf is a recipe for disaster. Coincidentally, the title of one of the cookbooks is Recipes for Disaster Scenarios. Okay, well, we've reached the far end of the room. Now to find out if we walk backwards or just instantly look at this horrible woman. Answer that question. Well, now you can see why the farm would have that rule. Okay. Huh. Well, I thought we might be able to go explore those rooms. No house. Okay. Sure. That's weird. Let's go to the Drexel house. Come across a kid with a makeshift roadside stand. Oh yeah, the brownie hats. We already have those. Can I see the brownie hats you're offering? No, I've got these hats. Okay, this place has got a lot more hardcore than a lot of places. The rusty old mailbox says Drexel in faded black paint. Oh yeah, we were looking for the milkman, weren't we? There's nothing in there but some additional rust. Keeping away from that for a second. This car hasn't been driven anywhere in a long time. Maybe even longer than that. Anything in it? I don't have a wire coat hanger? Boo. Stick your hand into the hole. Get a shadow elixir. This is a vaguely house-shaped thing that is very hard to look at. It's an impenetrable seeming wall of corn. Try to push through it. Oh. Found that by accident. This is some more of that alien precursor stuff. Wow, somebody's been dumping a lot of broken appliances here. This radio appears to be missing a fuse, and Also a place plugged in, but we're going to ignore that for now. The radio's working, but for some reason you can't find any stations to tune it to. Maybe it's because of the thing we agreed not to talk about. This arcane oven is somehow still working. We don't have any mana and rich flour, so nah. Whatever this thing is, it's a cold one of those things. Broken popcorn machine, in case you want any broken popcorn. An old school wash tub, still full of soapy water. That sounds like somewhere we could fish. I love the logic of the fishing in this. We got some soapy water. Cleans you up and makes you feel better. Alright, so probably gets rid of any kind of injuries, conditions we've got going. These appliances range in quality from broken to trashed. The real gamut. Somebody must have thrown this fridge away because it was upside down. But is there anything else wrong with it? Ah, see, there's a problem. It's got too many coils in it. I'm still confused about those. Oh, hello. Something in there. Well, excuse me while we fish in your meal. A single kernel of corn. But also... more corn. But also... yep, that's corn, but also... that's corn, but also... if this is going to let me fish infinitely, and I have the perk for get more meat when you fish, this is just a very slow way of getting infinite money. I mean, that does seem like a thing that would be in this game. This hobo is humming cheerfully while roasting some corn. Hey there, I'm Cornelius. Pleased to meet you. Hi, Cornelius, I'm Jimbo. What are you up to? Corn is what I'm up to, friend. Up to my neck in it. Yeah, there's a lot around here. A lot of that around here, yeah. Sure is. Let me tell you, I couldn't be happier. When you're a hobo, your food options are a bit scarce, you know? But you can do just about anything with corn. Muffins, fritters, bread, pudding, tamales, on the cobs, you name it. You mean like how going from 1 minute to the next is very slow time travel? I mean, yeah. I think repeatedly pressing buttons to slowly earn a potentially infinite amount of money is what we call work. Cool, do you know about hobo code? As a matter of fact, I know several hobo code words. They are all corn related, yes. Here, write them down on a corn husk for you. Cool. Is your name really Cornelius? That's right. I don't believe in destiny, but that's a pretty wild coincidence, isn't it? Phew. I was afraid this was going to be the sort of routine where you hadn't noticed, and I'd have to explain it. Ha! Nope. In fact, I think my name's probably the main reason Billy sent me here. Who's Billy? Oh, well, we don't talk about Billy. But we don't talk about Billy. Huh. Okay. You know this big hobo camp setting up near Ocean City? They've got a nice community going. It'd be better than this cornfield for sure. Thanks, but I like it here. Look at all this corn. Now I feel pretty good about my situation. But convince. Brag him into it. Yeah, you've got a good thing. Yeah, you've got a good thing here. Yeah, if it was me, I'd be hauling this corn out to the camp to help the other hobos, but I'm just super altruistic like that. What? Are you trying to guilt me into this? Oh, no. Not at all. I'm just saying I'm much better at giving back to the community than you are. See these muscles? I didn't get these biceps by not giving corn to those in need. I'll tell you that for free. Which is yet another example of how generous I am. Well, I'll show you. He loads up a wheelbarrow with corn and storms off, in as much as someone can do that while pushing a wheelbarrow. Sweet. Corn. The maze is impossible in that direction. Totally impossible. But over this... yeah, Jesus Christ, alive. Occasionally this game remembers it's nominally a horror game. Crows in this place must be absolutely terrifying if this crazy thing's necessary. Hello? It isn't any less freakish up close. Let's kill it. with my very, very on fire toilet brush. Oh, you have a lot of HP there, sir. It's a horrible scarecrow. 59 HP. Now, an attack will do 23 damage. What if we... So wind up will double the damage of my next muscle attack, also increase muscle by 3. Does that stack? No, we're already all wound up. But now our next attack will do 52 damage, 3 poison, and 3 on fire. Which is almost enough to kill him, but we do still have a couple of AP to use. So just stop hitting yourself, man. Not sure what that did, but sure. And then we just kill you with a toilet brush. Wind Up seems very powerful for melee characters. You won. Be a real hero to the crows if any had been around to see it. We got a scarecrow hat. Hat with 6 spooky armor. Neat. And a severed scarecrow face to hold in our offhand. Nightmare fuel. A convenient portable form factor. What's my offhand item at the minute? Oh, it's the pocket watch. Reduce an enemy's stats by 5. Or reduce all enemies' stats by 5. That sounds better. I see we have clipped me being jump scared by a largely stationary scarecrow. Maze is impassable in that direction. This maze is too complicated for you to find your way through it. Okay, so, but we could push. So, okay. So it's simply connected, so yeah, going back, goes back towards the road. And I'm assuming all of this is the same interact? Maybe not. Seems to be a break there. Oh, I'm going to have to map this, aren't I? Oh, hey, there's that coat hanger I need. The wardrobe stands alone here. Like the proverbial cheese. Good reference. Sadly, it doesn't contain a portal to a magical world of fantasy. Guess you could cut a hole in the back then, at least it would contain a portal to a magical world of corn. What it does contain is an assortment of drab church clothes for a small boy. Nothing in here is your size or denomination. Wasn't trying to immediately go through. Okay, all of that's one interact. Is all of this one interact? No. Hello. A glum-looking little girl stands here, listlessly pulling the petals off of a cornflower. Hello there. What's so good about it? What? Oh, sorry, I wasn't really listening. What's your name? Cecilia. That's a really pretty name. Everyone calls me Sissy. Oh, well, that's fine too. What are you doing in this cornfield? Nothing. I mean, why are you here? I got in a fight with my little brother Billy. I don't remember what we were fighting about. I don't see the connection. He sent me here. This is where he sends everything he doesn't like. Ah. Do you like it here? I don't know. I've been here so long, I don't even remember really how long. Everything here is just... She gestures around listlessly. It's just corn. What is there to like or not like? What would that even mean? Wow, you are way too young for this level of ennui. I must miss a lot of things from before. I miss the sun. It's always so grey and cloudy here. Never even turns into night time. First it was fun not to have a bedtime, now it's just confusing. Anything else? I miss my teddy. I might be too old for him now, I'm not sure how old I am. I miss him anyway. Anything else? I miss my cat. He was fluffy and black. He probably still is, I guess. What else? I miss ice cream. There's nothing else, there's nothing to eat here except corn. I used to like corn, now it's just corn. Anything else? I miss my friends. Mainly I miss my best friend Darla. She was really good at jump rope. Probably missed her birthday. I might have missed a lot of her birthdays. I don't know how long this is going, but I think we're getting the whole list because there'll probably be something like important information for a quest hidden in here. Anything else? Oh, she shrugs. Well, bye. Okay, so we have wardrobe, we have Sissy. I should probably be making some kind of paper map, I guess. We have this very evil corn store. This looks like an ice cream truck, but the label makes a slightly different claim. Yep, this is the cream corn truck. How there, I'm Mike Breeman, the cream corn man. That sure doesn't roll off the tongue the way it used to. You're selling creamed corn out of an ice cream truck. Yeah, well, if I had some ice, I could sell you some ice cream if I had some cream. Say, you seem like a lady who doesn't have to have an expensive truck to keep an eye on and is free to come and go as she pleases. If you could do me a couple of favors, I'd appreciate it. Yeah, what kind of favors? I need cream. A lot of it, like a barrel of it. Plus a part to make my freezer unit work again. What part? I don't know, I'm not a real mechanically minded guy. It's a thingy that makes the inside of the box cold. Okay, I'll keep an eye out. Well, I have those. Tell you what, we will continue this conversation tree in a few minutes, because I need to take our first break. I'm going to run some ads, because Twitch loves a capitalism. But yeah, I'm going to do the self-care things. While those happen, you should do them too. Get up, move around, have a drink, have a snack, take your meds if you need to. This is a reminder. And yeah, go and get lost in a field, I guess. Or don't look at the woman behind you. Or do. I don't know. I'm not your mum. But whatever you do, as long as it doesn't cause you to cease existing. Hang around. We'll be back after the ads with more of this. Alright. Love you all. See you in a few. And we're back. Hello, everyone. Yeah, I was thinking about it. This is... like, obviously you've got the Children of the Corn reference being made here, but with the whole Billy thing... this was the basic premise of a Twilight Zone episode, wasn't it? There was a kid, and he was played by Bill Mumy, and I think he was credited as Billy Mumy in that, who could send people away with his brain. I'm not just making that up, right? I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, we have these refrigeration coils, but first of all, how'd you get in here? Last thing I remember is telling a kid I was out of bomb pops. It was like ages ago now. Are you still out of bomb pops? Even more than I was then. Shucks. What's the sales pitch on this cream corn? Well, it's that sweet corn goodness you know and love, but in cream form. Although, for clarity, I should point out that it doesn't have any cream in it. It's more creamed in the sense of being mashed into a smooth paste. But hey, if you're lactose intolerant, this might be just the stuff you're looking for. I am. Huh. I mean, I'll buy some cream corn. Increase the sleaze armor. Sure. Coming right up. Hold out your hand, I'm out of cones. Gross. Thanks. Anyway, have this freezer part. This might be the part you're looking for. Hey, yeah, that looks familiar. Thanks, buddy. Give me a second to hammer this in and change my sign. Good thing. Iced corn! Can I buy some iced corn now? Hi, Ike. Hey there, would you like some iced corn? Selling iced corn now? Yep. I had a big bin of leftover popsicle sticks, so I made... oh, nuts, I should have called them cornsicles. Huh. Well, too late to change the sign now. When you say leftover popsicle sticks, do you mean leftover from eating the popsicles? Yeah. Alright. Well, let's buy some anyway and see what happens. A frozen ear of corn makes a tasty treat if there is literally no other food available. Sure thing. Here you go. I sure hope you don't have sensitive teeth. Unlike the lactose intolerant thing, I don't. Okay, so we have the coat hanger. I know where to get cream, but it's a whole warp and time travel situation. Let's give it a go. Good to know we can just teleport out of the maze. That's very useful. Back to Sandwich once again. Scouts and Boy Scouts. All the boys are crying now. Brilliant. Can I have some cream? No? Husband's still out. We've had that discussion. Ran into Tom at the church. Seems like a real smart cookie. Wants to be buried with the thing. Can I not have a barrel of cream? I need a barrel of cream. Barrel of cream. No? Maybe in the present they will have spare cream barrels. No, I can buy just regular sandwich cream. But not barrels. Are you hiding a cream barrel around here? No. Damn. Really thought that would be the answer. Well, shows what I know. Okay, back to the director's set.
One moment, if you please.
What's up, Professor?
Might there be a privy about, do you think?
Oh, sure. One of these abandoned farms has got to have an outhouse. You know, I actually haven't gone in 5 days.
My goodness. Not even numeral 1?
Yeah, I might need to see a doctor. Yeah, let's find an outhouse. Doesn't take long to find an outhouse. You wait outside while Professor Adams does his business, wondering what's up with your guts. Eventually Adams comes out, chuckling to himself.
I must remember that one. Your modern poetry is really very clever.
Cool. You have read bathroom graffiti and now you have more moxie. Sure. Well, now we can jimmy this lock. You managed to unlock the door, destroying the hanger in the process. The car is mostly full of old receipts, but there's a jewellery box in the glove compartment. Cool. What's in it? Stuff we've had before. Oh, toe ring's new. Punt will also reduce enemy mark slam moxie. Neat. Okay, so we're back in the maze. Is this all one interact? So, there's a doctor. Yeah, same thing. Okay. Hello. Woman in surgical gloves, gaze lost in the depths of the maze. Should have spoke gaze with an eye there, honestly. Mr. Shrek, guys. Hello, I'm Dr. Sarah. Do you have an appointment? I didn't know I needed one to be in a cornfield. What are you doing out here? Oh, general dentistry. Cleanings, implants, etc. No, I meant what are you doing in a cornfield? Huh? Now that you mention it, I don't really remember. You don't look happy. I don't get to see many patients in this cornfield, you know. I'm worried my wet finger is getting rusty. Your what now? Wet finger? Oh, sorry. That's what we dentists call the finger we poke around in your mouth because of how it gets wet. Suddenly, I don't feel very well. Do you need some dental work done? Would you mind if I did some? If only for practice. Sure, why not? We've made worse decisions. Okay, picture your mouth as wide as it can go, and then multiply that by 10, and that's what I want. You struggle and strain to accommodate her long, rubber-gloved fingers as they make thorough, prodding investigations of your back molars. You've got beautiful teeth. I'm just going to suggest a few changes. There we go. All finished. Excuse me, you've damaged my moxie. You have a mirror. Oh, what? I'm not happy with my teeth situation. No, and if I'm candid, I know that's not my best work. Would you give me a chance to put it right? Oh, this is going to go so badly. Sure. Dr. Sarah revs her drill. You won't be sorry. Don't. Does that... Wait. Now we have no teeth at all. This is awful. But we don't get the -1 moxie. We're just awful. Okay, well, never mind what I said a second ago. Oh, my teeth burn. I appreciate you bearing with me. I don't like to leave a job unfinished. I always say if it were up to me, we wouldn't call it dentistry, we'd call it dentist do. Will you give me one last chance to fix your teeth? Yes, is the answer to the question I think you're asking.
Yes, please.
Dr. Sarah asks you to say, "Ah," which is about all you can. While your mouth's hanging open, she rummages around for something in her purse. Oh, thank goodness. Imagine if I'd just thrown them away. Now we have perfect teeth, and +1, Moxie. The moral of this story is... No, you're on your own. Beautiful new set of pearly whites with enough bite to disembowel a leopard. Just if that's something you wanted to do with your mouth. You know, let's say that's enough practice for today. I agree 100%. You still don't seem very happy. I'm just thinking that your average patient is more at ease having treatment in a modern dental surgery than a labyrinthian cornfield. Yeah, I can't say that was a problem for me, for sure. I'd like my little patch here to feel like more of a dentist's office, and it's missing something. Something that says... dentist. You mean a sign? What? A sign that says dentist. I was speaking more metaphorically than that. I mean, if you happen to find one, sure, but... No, guess again. Mouthwash? Well, that's important, sure, but I've already got plenty of it in my purse. Here, help yourself. Sure. Teeth? Teeth. That's it precisely. We'd all feel comfortable with a lot more teeth around. Would you mind looking out for an anatomical teeth model? Or anything else that looks like teeth? That's corn. I have plenty of that. Mukub Kakish has entered the chat, and if you get that joke, you are my people. Yeah, I'll see what I can do. I like side quest. Oh yes, I have grandfather's teeth that I got out of a bed, right? If I'm not mistaken, those teeth belong to a grandfather. You want them? You asked for teeth? Oh, no. What I'm looking for is like a whole set of teeth, not loosies. Yeah, okay. Can I raid your cabinet? No? Okay. We have perfect teeth. To misquote Lloyd Cole. Okay, we don't have any cream for the cream man. Did Susie want anything? Is this even? No, we've had her getting on me, and yeah, bye. Then we have this nightstand, well, wardrobe even. And then we have the, what's his name, Ike, right? Corn guy. And then we have this powerfully evil cornstalk. This stalk of evil corn the cause of this malevolent maze, or is it the other way around? Or is it all just a coincidence? Perhaps we'll never know. Oh well. But we have this dire corn holder. You jam the evil corn holder into one of the ears of evil corn, creating one of the most dangerous objects that's ever existed. Or at least the most dangerous vegetable? Now it does magic damage, so whatever. There shouldn't be a right-hand entrance to this. Where does that take us? Hello? A serious-looking man in military dress uniform is pacing around this area of the maze. Excuse turn. Hut! Name, rank, and serial number. Jimbo Bathflower, fair to middling, and, 6? A likely story. How do I know you aren't a spy? A spy for who? Rose? You know damn well who I mean, those dirty blues. Blues? Are you talking about the blue-collar army? You're damn right I am, and I won't stand for any of their filthy espionage tactics. So the Cola Wars ended almost a full decade ago. Oh. Oh yes, that's true. Excuse me. Something about this place makes it easy to forget. At ease then. You may address me as Colonel Benedetto. Nice to meet you, Colonel. So how are things? By things, I presume you're referring to troop morale. You have troops here? Certainly. The milkman, the dentist, the ice cream man, and the little girl. Those people are... Yes, I know they aren't soldiers. I know that. Well, okay, how's their morale? Well, right now I'd rate it a 2 out of 10. Pathetic, frankly. If the Blues attacked us now, we'd be routed for certain. How'd you get here? That information is strictly on a need-to-know basis, soldier. You don't have clearance. Come on, Colonel, this isn't a military operation. No, I suppose not. Nevertheless, I'm not at liberty to discuss it. Loose lips sink ships. What ships? Oh, whatever. Why don't you just leave? You think we haven't tried? This maze twists upon itself and warps the senses in ways that make escape impossible. Huh. I don't seem to have any trouble coming and going. How'd you get here in the first place? I saw a weird house next to a cornfield and just sort of walked in. Aha! You weren't banished here. Therefore, the maze has no motivation to keep you here. Banished? Huh. I've said too much already. Shucks. What about the hobo? Who, Cornelius? What about it? Well, it seemed like he was banished here, but he didn't seem to have any trouble leaving. Of course not. Man's a hobo. Their freedom of travel is practically a paranormal ability. Wish we'd had a few during the war. They'd made excellent scouts. Well, if they could be trusted to come back. Huh, weird. What's up with all the evil corn? We refer to that as maze. Right, yeah. Of course you do. Our investigations into its nature have so far proven inconclusive. Do you mean inconclusive? No, I do not. Okay. Well, bye. Okay, and then we have 2 exits at the top here. Let's take the left-hand one first. Maze cat. And looks like a milkman to the right there. This is the same thing? Yeah. And I'm assuming I can't get to the cat quick enough. Now, is this all one thing? Yes. Evil toy box. This box is full of disused, disregarded, and slowly disintegrating toys. Jeez, how long have these been here? A whole lot of junk in this trunk. What are you looking for in particular? Oh yeah, it says you wanted a teddy bear. Dig around until you find a teddy bear arm. And then you dig a little deeper to reveal that the arm is attached to an entire bear. A teddy bear in that sweet spot where it's worn out enough to be charming, but not worn out enough to be super creepy. Nice. Any teeth in here? After several false alarms, you find some false teeth. Kind with a little wind-up motor for when Grandpa was too tired to chew his food himself. Not convinced that's what those are designed for, but sure. Ew. Yeah. Yeah, well, we did say the crows would have to be really scary if that scarecrow was warranted. That's a very large crow. Crows are usually very wary around humans. Not because they're high-strung or cowardly, but because they're very intelligent. They're aware of the fact that their bones are thin and hollow and that humans are much bigger than they are. This crow knows what it means for the tables to be turned. It spreads its wings in an intimidating display and makes it sound like a rusty garage door had a baby with a burst of radio static. Befriend. Well, that's not outside the realm of possibility. Lots of people make friends with crows, primarily by feeding them. This crow lives in a possibly infinite dimension warped cornfield, though, and from the looks of him, he's taking full advantage of that situation. Probably a non-starter unless you've got something that's much better than ordinary corn. I don't. Fine, it is combat. Also, the professor has once again not followed us into a maze. Very disappointed. Anyway, die. just hit it, and then it's dead on board. Problem solved. You won. Let's just hope no other crows saw that. You'll be corporate enemy number 1 for current and future generations of them. I think I've already passed that. And there is nothing. Unless this goes to a different place, and it does. A massive can of cocktail onions is the sole occupant of this little diverticulum. Onions, your ship has come in. Oh, that's for the speakeasy. Historians are baffled by what possible sequence of nonsense could have resulted in this being a thing. Stealing that from my Tinder bio. Milk, what's that? Oh, fine. You are where we get the barrel of cream, I guess. So the cat is taunting me. Sullen milkman. Hi there, you a milkman? Yeah, milkman Stan, that's me. How'd you end up in here? I don't want to talk about that. Why so glum? Oh, I'm so glad you asked. None of the others will listen to me complain anymore. For starters, it's extremely boring here and I don't have anything to read except my sign. Yeah, that sounds pretty bad. Let me tell you, after a couple of times, the twist at the end really loses its thrill. What? And you know what's even worse than that? Guess not. I'm allergic to corn. If I eat even a single kernel, my face swells up like a frog on a bicycle pump. There's an image. Oh jeez, then what have you been eating? Just the leaves and husks. On the bright side, I bet I've got the cleanest colon in the Tri-County area. Ah! And then there's the weather. Can you believe this weather? Seems fine. It never changes. It's just this grey, slightly chilly nothing, always. I don't understand how the corn even grows here. It never rains. Yeah, wouldn't that be worse if it was raining? It'd be novel, at least. Yeah, I guess that, and then I have to deal with some cat running around. Got in my bow tie while I was sleeping and totally shredded it. I look like some kind of degenerate. Gee, that's a shame. I can't even try to catch it and eat it because I'm also allergic to cat meat. And there's a crazy dentist who hangs out on the other side of the cornfield. Keeps trying to talk to me about calcium. I tried to tell her, lady, I just sell milk. I don't know anything about the chemical properties of calcium in relation to teeth and bones. Oh, she's probably just starting to try a conversation because she's lonely. Yeah, lonely like a fox. I've seen the way she looks in my teeth. Hydrate and stretch, a very good point. I have no milk, which is probably for the best on account of, as I mentioned. But truly, water is the milk of the sea. What does that mean, Emma? Don't know. Well, the worst thing? You want to know what the worst thing is? I've got corns. Corns, like the kind you get on your feet. Little painful wads of callus. Not only are they painful and annoying, I'm just constantly being taunted by how on the nose it is. Anyway, thanks for listening. I don't meet a lot of new people, as you can imagine. Yeah, don't mention it. Can I buy some milk? Sure, they don't call me Milkman Stan on account of not selling milk. It's 3,000 meat per barrel. Are you joking? The only milk in the maze? Geographical monopoly. I have smaller quantities available if you're experiencing a cash shortfall at this moment. They're listed on the sign there. I mean, there's probably a way to get around paying 3,000 meat, but on the other hand, we're rich as hell. Barrel of old-style milk. Gross. Thank you for your patronage. Specifically, the large quantity of meat your patronage involved. No milk right now, thanks. I wonder if I'd still had the crate of milk for the speakeasy. I'd have been able to be like, well, you clearly don't have a geographical monopoly. Look at all this milk. Anything else you can look for in here? No. Okay. Colonel Benedetto, I don't think I have anything for you. Do you say anything new? No. Evil Thorn. You there. I have milk for you. 100 barrel of milk. Milk, eh? Nice, that'll be the nearest thing to crate. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. I'm sorry, I briefly turned into a vampire in the middle of that line. But that'll be the nearest thing to cream I've tried yet. Thanks. Let me just change my sign here and I'll be right with you. Sure thing. Creamed ice. Hey there, wanna buy some creamed ice? Wait, creamed ice. Yeah. Turns out there's more to making ice cream than just ice and cream, and I don't have the equipment for it here. I got pretty close, I think. Okay. I mean, I just paid 3,000 for your materials, but sure, I'll buy some. Here you go. And as thanks for all your help, I put it in one of the very few bowls I have left. I count you a bowl of something that is not entirely dissimilar from ice cream. It's creamed ice. It gives me a bunch of regen. That's pretty solid. Thanks. Okay, where was everyone else? Ah, yes, you are the cat. He mentioned his bow tie with relation to the cat. Can I get him to lose the bow tie? Okay, no, I don't have any other things to say. But I do have things for dentistry. You made snow cream, that stuff's tasty. Alright, I didn't know it was a thing. And some teeth for you. Dr. Sarah winds up the teeth and lets them rip. Oh look, they're firm. Thank you, that'll be a beautiful addition to my cornfield surgery. I agree. Anything else? You know what would really make this feel like a dentist's office? A popcorn machine. Popcorn always makes me think of the movie theater where my dentist used to operate. Plus, it'll make cleanings much more interesting. I could look out for a popcorn machine, I guess. Would you mind? Sure. There's one right outside. I know all of you can't properly navigate this maze like I can on account of dimensional stuff, but please. Fold the machine up and put it in your pocket. It's one of the folding kinds. Also, I only briefly moused over it, but the flavor text there was if you want to make money, if you want to show people movies and still make money off it, you're going to have to make some concessions, which, solid pun. Popcorn machine. Well, I've never had a patient quite like you. You brought me a popcorn machine and decorative teeth. And you were so understanding about the accidents I made in your mouth. Make your own jokes. You've really put a smile on my face. Maybe you should be the dentist. Shucks. Look how wet your fingers are already. You'd be a natural. I'm blushing, question mark. Nothing else, nothing else. And I can't even interact with the popcorn. I guess I was just here to get some XP and raise... I mean, we're raising troop morale? If we go and talk to the Colonel again... Oh, and we need to give Susie her teddy bear. Sissy, that's her name. Ah, also cat. Oh yeah, and she mentioned ice cream. I brought something like ice cream. Oh, thank you. Takes the bowl of creamed ice, tries it, and tilts her head thoughtfully. Well, it's not what I was expecting, but it's much better than corn. Thanks, lady. But also, I think I saw your cat. Really? I didn't know he was in here. Poor ghost. I bet he'd find me if I set out a saucer of milk for him. Said that really weirdly. Oh, that's probably true. Oh yeah, just buy one of those from the milkman, couldn't I? Found your teddy bear. Well, I found a teddy bear, which might be yours. Oh yes, that's Mr. Grizzles. Gee, he smells kinda musty. Poor Mr. Grizzles, how long has it been? Thank you so much, this makes me feel a lot better. You're welcome, and now she has the apathy face rather than the sad face. And apathy is better than sadness. My therapist has opinions on that particular conclusion. You there. I require a milk saucer and fill it with milk. For 750 dang meat. Saucer of old-style milk. Got a small quantity of milk in a saucer in case you need it for some kind of mixed-up tea party or something. Here you go, cheapskate. Jeez. Harsh much? Back through the maze. Okay, but where do I saucer of milk? Where does milk saucer? How to leave milk of saucerage. What does that mean, Emma? No, nothing. Can't use it directly. Really assumed it would be in this area. Maybe I have to lure them over this side. No, it just says impossible maze. Maybe Sissy will be able to tell me. So you can't. Ah, yes, I just happen to have a saucer of milk. Oh, thank you. This milk seems a little vintage. Yeah. Well, it's probably fine. She sets the saucer down, and after a little while, the cornstalks rustle, and the cat you saw before appears with an inquisitive meow. Oh, Ghost, it is you. I miss you so much. Thanks, lady. I bet I never would have found him without your help. Oh, you're welcome. Can we pet the cat? New cat unlocked! Pet cat. Gives you cold armor, Ghost's frigid nose, and steels you against further coldnesses. Yes, good. Anything else you need? Do you like it here? I like it a lot better now that you've helped me out. I hope I can figure out how to get home someday, but until then, this isn't such a bad place. Thank you. Alright, let's see what the Colonel thinks, now that we have very much raised the morale of the troops. Remember how we were meant to be planning a heist? No, now it's just all corn maze. Oh, he's the general now. How's morale among the troops? Well, right now I'd rate it an 8 out of 10. That's quite good. A marked improvement, I'd say. But we've still got a ways to go before we're at the top of our game. Okay, bye. So, in the side quest... Oh, Iola wants a glass of milk. Specifically. Fine, I guess we'll spend basically all the massive amount of meat we have remaining. Is it supposed to be beige? Yes. Okay, bye. I mean, has his Why So Glum changed at all? Extremely boring, don't have anything to read. You're allergic to corn. The weather. You want a bow tie. You don't like the dentist. And you've got corns. I wonder if we can fix any of these things? Also, now the cat's gone, is there anything up that side? Remember when we had like 4,000 meats? No, nothing else. From Ike. And this is all one door, right? Yeah, so I think we've explored everywhere. Is there anything in the wardrobe? I can't remember. Ah, we can find a bow tie here. Oh, hey, yeah, there is indeed a bow tie here. You're pretty sure bow ties one size fits all? So the milk would probably appreciate this. Nice. Perfectly in square if you want everyone to church show you're a fancy little boy. And we have a single wet cigarette. Gross. That was the wrong button. We can just fish up an infinite amount of corn. And meat. Broken fridge, broken appliances, cold thing. We've got some soapy water. Okay, so we've got the bow tie for the milkman. Over here is just the dentist, right? Yeah, who is now Smiley. I assume something will happen if we can fulfill everybody's requests. I mean, that's usually what I think in life. Hello again. Got a new bow tie for you. Well, hey, thanks. That's a sharp-looking piece of finery. That makes me feel a little better. In fact, I think I'll celebrate by lowering my prices a little. Damn it! Well, good thing we had masses of money. Don't look all that happy. Well, now that I've got this nice bow tie, it just reminds me of how snappy I used to look before my hat got all dirty. I see. You seem to be able to move in and out of this nightmare labyrinth freely for some reason. Any chance you want to take my hat to be laundered? Sure. The milkman's dirty secret. The secret is that it's a hat. Look, not every secret has to be some kind of earth-shattering revelation. Thank you. Here. Please don't show this to anyone else. It's very embarrassing to my professional sensibilities. Okay, but where to launder hat? Where to launder hat? Did we have anywhere that laundered hat? Or laundered in general? I mean, I could try taking it back to that. There's a hat shop on our street now, but... And now I pause the game because I have to get rid of bots. And honestly, you see, this is how you ruin it for everyone. I mean, honestly. All hats certified last free. Last free, huh? Albert beams with pride.
Just so. This is not some back alley haberdashery. A louse is never made and will never make its home one of my hats. I give you my word as a businessman.
But, hey, must have some loused hats back in the bag, right?
Madam, you insult me. I do not traffic in loused hats. Really, that's quite offensive.
Oh, come on, you can tell me.
Would lose my license for what you suggest. My goodness. I don't wish to discuss this any further.
Oh, well, I can sell you these old engagement rings. Yes, you don't have anything new to buy. But that... Do I have a milkman hat? Because there's one shown there. Oh, that's a mail carrier's hat. But it's the same model. Is there anywhere in town that might have been good for that? Not that I'm seeing. I'm just gonna need to remind myself of what there was in every area, aren't I? That doesn't look like anything. Oh! There's a wash tub in the front of the corn maze, you idiot, Emma. In the distance, you see a pile of gravel. That's why it's being so distant. You get the gravel to open up to you a little bit, but then it gets self-conscious and gives you the cold shoulder. Hey, buns. Okay, so we return to the Drexel set. We return to the maze. We return to this thing that was here all the time. Scrub the milkman's hat. That's what we're calling it now. Use some elbow grease to remove the other kinds of grease from the hat. The milkman's clean hat. The milkman's sins have been washed away, assuming that dandruff is a sin. I mean, many things I do have been classed as a sin. I took the bus to the city the wrong way for this. Appreciate it. Hello again. Change your hat. Hand the hat back to Stan. Oh wow, practically as good as new. Thanks. This definitely calls for a celebration. Have some milk. On the house? No, but somewhat less off the house than it was before. So how much is it now? Wow, it's gone... It's divided by 6. I'm good, thanks. I have all the milk I need. Okay, Colonel. Troop morale.
Well, right now I'd rate it as a 10 out of 10. And by gum, that's better than I've ever seen them. I've received field reports that this is your doing, soldier. Think you've earned yourself a promotion.
Gosh. The Colonel pulls out a pair of fancy military epaulets and hands them to you with a snappy salute. What do? Accessory +5 to melee weapon attacks. Ooh. I mean, I've got my sash, and that's giving me a bunch of stuff, so maybe not. These epaulets each have a little bayonet sticking out of them. You're lucky they're pointed forward instead of up. Yeah, that seems like a bad design. Then the salute. Give the Colonel a brisk salute in return. Yeah, and... yeah, we've discussed how the maze works. Okay, so we helped everyone in the maze. We got an accessory that we'll probably never use. I guess now we have to find out what the Billy situation is. However we do that. But anyway, we got the glass for Iola or whoever it was. Vaguely house-shaped thing, very hard to look at. Can't do anything with the car. Not sure what to do here. What's inside? Nothing. Ah! Bloody allergy season. Has the lack of house resolved itself yet? Dr. We've had this. Oil, yes, we know. You've discovered the power of oil. Nope, still very much no house here. Whatever the deal is with that. On the road, you pass a farmer slumped in a wooden chair. He rocks back and forth on his front porch, although there is no house behind him. Looking for the old ham mill? It's that way, though it hasn't blown for some time. Where's the rest of your house? First of all, I'm not old, I'm 13. Younger than you, I reckon. As the house bank took it, it's tough times all over. Sorry to hear that. He nods, and just as he's about to say something else, he and his front porch are whisked away in a passing bank van. It is tough times all over, indeed. We'll go there in a second. I want to hand over this glass of milk. It was very expensive. Iola.
Hello again, darling. By any chance, did you find that glass of milk for me yet? It's very important to me.
Yep, here you go.
Oh, darling. I knew I could count on you. Let me give you this your reward.
She stands up and plants a slow kiss on your cheek, and chuckles as you feel yourself start to blush.
Now, I could really use a drink.
Huh? What about the milk?
Oh, I mean a real drink. The milk is for later. Thanks again, sweetheart.
Ominous, but it was nothing. So, yeah, mission status 4 out of 7, not great. So yeah, the milk is presumably for the heist in some way. Okay, where next? Let's check out the old ham mill, given that, again, it's not main plot as far as I'm aware. Parked near an old barn, you encounter a motorcycle. Jesus, why can I not say words? A motorcycle carved out of stone. So cool. You chat with the stone motorcycle for a while, gives you some grooming tips, and even shares some of his hair gel with you. Neat. A vast, fallow field. The wind blows, yet the mill stands still. And we're in a different perspective, and it's slightly weirding me out. Also, I have 300 XP that I should probably spend. Ah, yes. Finally get this cold armor thing. This book is a fanciful travelogue of poet Samuel Taylor Coleridge's posthumous odyssey through the fiery wastes of hell, in the process of which he develops the skill of Coleridge's armor. Coleridge's armor, huh? You might be able to pick up a thing or two about that. Me? Coleridge? No. Anyway, you don't want Coleridge's armor, it only protects you against other Coleridges. Fine, let's just read it. The book's mostly a catalogue of minor slights thrown Coleridge's way by real-life figures from Albion's Lake District. It all seems petty and irrelevant, but the writer insists that understanding this is the foundation of Coleridge's armor. If anyone knows Cold, it's Samuel Taylor Coleridge. In his journey through hell, Coleridge recounts the fiendish punishments given to those persons who tormented him in life. Adam Smith, the newspaper tax collector, a person from Porlock, good reference. In death, all are cursed to see water everywhere but never be allowed to drink it. This same sanction does not afflict Coleridge, because he has Coleridge's armor. Knowing Coleridge's work, I'd read that immediately. I hate to break it to you, this is Coleridge. You learn that hell is full of various beasts, both great and small. In one chapter, an albatross tries to take a bite out of Coleridge's haunches. She's protected by his eponymous armour. Coleridge's journey continues at some length, but it becomes digressive, rambling, and difficult to follow. Still, there's useful information in here. But I like it when you give me the text. I never read the Encyclopedia of Blood. Historical reference text on blood, described in the introduction as that new fascination sweeping our veins. You learn that blood was once considered one of the four humours, along with dad, shock, and reference. Good joke. You learn that letting the blood out is considered best medical practice, because blood needs 30 to 60 minutes of outdoor exercise a day. Not until the 13th century did physicians discover that blood was circulatory, i.e. it travelled around the human body. Some still believe that blood could travel even faster if it had wheels. Maybe it could. Great. A fence we can unnecessarily paint. It's not your job, although it's starting to feel like your hobby. The work of painting is so soothing, it seems to be over in a second. I should click these perks so that it doesn't keep saying new. So what are our armors looking at? Code 17. Jeez. Don't come at us with your cold damage. What? Oh, hello. Shadow hole, shadow hole, shadow hole, hole. Oh, I accidentally closed it. Place the jaws of the pliers around the little hole and wrench them closed, or ply them closed, I guess. Alright, we get XP for that. We should maybe be doing that instead of getting items we always don't use. Ask not for whom the windmill spins, it spins for no one. Largely on account of currently it doesn't spin. The clock has stopped, perhaps in solidarity with the windmill. Its hands at 6:07. Remember that. The windmill is set up to make flour, but it hasn't done so for some time. Lumps of the last batch lie on the wooden basin, gathering dust and a real stink. Closer look. However long this ground flour has been sitting here, it's too long. It smells rancid and appears to have become a new home for bugs. Well, let's get some stench armor on. No, not that. Sniff it. The flour's fragrance has two notes, bad and worse. But you've let it in, and once the dank and fetid odour is at home in your nose, it commences to make all sorts of trouble. You need a good nasal wash to rid yourself of this olfactory vampire. Yeah, God, this is relatable at the minute. For reasons I will have ranted about at people. Well, let's check out the bugs. A baker's dozen of long-snouted bugs burrow busily in and out of the flour. They seem hard at work. How far gone must this flour be for it to not only have attracted bugs, but for those bugs to have given themselves a project? We've made worse decisions. Eat. It's not good flour. Even if it was, you shouldn't really eat flour on its own. Eat. You tear into the old flour with your teeth. It explodes in your mouth, and when you do, something hard and cold slides right down your throat. Hard to say what it was. Maybe not something you want in your stomach, but it doesn't matter. It's in there now. Oh no, that's bad. -1 max AP. Can I use the soapy water to get rid of that? Yes, yes I can. Thank God for that. According to the partially destroyed calendar, today is Burns Night, that annual celebration of the life and works of 18th century poet Robert Burns. Oh, no, on a closer reading, it's just that the calendar itself is burned. Oh, wait. There we go, thank you. Please clap. Steady winds sweep through the empty mill. Its old wooden boards bending and bowing in reply. What's wrong with this windmill, then, if there's enough wind around to make it spin? Something must be the matter here, but what? I love probably a sound problem in Meta-Acoustics Minor. It's just like, this problem probably doesn't relate to my degree, but what if I made it? Probably a going top main shaft, that seems reasonable. Yep, that's probably it. There's a lot of reading material here. Must get lonely working in a windmill. To the tune of leaning on a lamppost. Years of Hay and Morning by Marnie Mornay. People's History of the Skeleton Roads by Boxer Hamlin. My Rare Taste. The Fishing Bridge by Sidney Glout. Good name. Strange Streets by Susan Sneeze. Also a good name. These are just generated. Way up in the windmill, the wooden walls keep bowing and the wooden floors keep groaning, but there's something strange. Sounds that are too regular, too precise. There's a pattern, you notice, and it feels too deliberate to have occurred by chance. So this one was alive, isn't it? Tune in. Yep. The peculiar sweep of the wind against the wood. The sounds it makes, those aren't noises, they're words. Whoa. Oh, whoa. Oh, why? Unmistakably a voice, but hollow and shaken. Who are you? Oh, good peddler, I am the living spirit of this old ham mill, though you'd surely be forgiven for thinking it had no life left. Why'd you call me a peddler? Oh, 'tis mainly peddlers who frequent this mill, trading for grains and other stuffs, and pardon my assumption, not all those who wander through the ham mill are peddlers. That feels like there's a tortured pun going on it, but I'm not seeing it. Wait, you are the windmill? Oh, yes. Does this shock your sensibilities? Does this shock you very much? No, I love it. Oh, modernist. What shocks the modernist, I wonder? I don't know, a laser? Oh, whoa. What's wrong with you? Oh, but I cannot bear to spin any longer. It has become unbearable to me. I'm sorry to hear that. I have been horribly distraught from the moment I read the bad news. What news? Sirrah, I refer to the Pulitzer Board's cynical capitulation to award the prize for drama to Sidney Glout over the great Baldy Howell. This thoughtless piggery agitated me so thoroughly I could not even read on to learn if that smut merchant Marnie Mornay won for poetry. Anything I can do about that? Nay, when the arts are made a joke, so too is life and living. Why are you so upset about the Pulitzers? Oh, but a world in which the arts are poorly valued is a bare desert sans life. No, I meant more, why does a windmill care about the Pulitzers? Surely someone must. 'Tis why Troy fell to the barbarians, 'tis not. Too little appreciation of the arts. And do you think pious Aeneas heeded that lesson when founding greatest Rome? God, just the phrase pious Aeneas has taken me back to A-level Latin and translating bits of the Aeneid and that being his standard epithet and yeah, real flashback there. No? Exactly so. And we are doomed to repeat his mistake, now that the Pulitzers have, in the depths of their perversion, recognized the monstrous Sidney Glout for drama. When did that happen? Sirrah, when did what happen? The Pulitzer. I cannot possibly remember. This incident has irreversibly shocked my faculties. Were you always like this? I do not understand the question. We're more concerned with the arts than being a mill. Yes. What, were you built out of a library or something like that? The walls rattle at your words. Oh, negative inference. What? Talk of chopped and splintered wood. Talk of axes. How am I to take these violent suggestions if not as a threat? I'm just trying to understand why you're so interested in literature. Oh, well. I would beg you choose your words more carefully in the future. If you are so curious, the answer to your bull in a china shop of a question is yes. Yes, you used to be a library? Oh, yes. And that's why you're so into literature. Yes, you have the right of it. Okay, great, thanks. There you go. I have to go. Well, this is development. And you know what else would be a development? Is me opening this safe. Someone's kicked the safe over and bashed its lock in with a hammer. It's not a pretty sight, but the safe knew the risk when it took the job. Specks of flour float through the air and dust the cracks of the safe like snowfall. As a chemicals major, you know, of course, that particles of flour suspended in an enclosed space will explode if ignited. And what space is more enclosed than a safe? Yeah, I know that. I was paying attention. I do know that. And even Jimba does. She did a degree. The most important thing you can do for yourself in life is to get a college education, because that's where you find out that particles of flour suspended in an enclosed space will explode if ignited. So let's set it on fire. What did that get us? Nice clean explosion. Honestly, university education is so important. The windmill safety inspector's report, kept in a safe for extra safety, some meat, and strangely a pair of shoes. Old handmill dated 1923. And some boots, makes you walk like a windmill. Nothing in particular about these that makes them good for keeping windmills, that's just whose they were. Have to try them. That's very good, we're keeping that for now. Okay, but other developments, which is where this segue was originally going, are that I need to take another short break. Again, we're going to run some ads, do the self-care things, get up, move around, have a drink, have a snack, take your meds if you need to. This is a reminder, and maybe go appreciate the arts for the next few minutes. But hey, when you're done doing that, come back, leave the ads running, and I will see you in a few. Bye. And I'm back. Hello, everyone. And we are walking like this now forever. Maybe not forever. Probably not forever. Can I interact with this at all? Nope. But I did get a date from that safety report. Ah, but now to read it. The National Flower Standards Committee's report is dry as flour and technical as cyber flour. But one paragraph catches your eye for the proliferation of exclamation marks. All sorts of problems, for one thing. It is illegal to make ham at a mill. Stick to flour, gents. In addition, these jokers are using a clock as a calendar and a calendar as a clock. This windmill is all mixed up. Okay, so now we have a date, because that's 1923. And if they're using a clock as a calendar, then it's... What is that in American? June 7th. So let's go back to the newspapers. I'm beginning to tire of this. Nah, I think we're back to highest. Actually, no, we're back to Crab. Remember the days of Crab? I regret nothing. Search for reports on the Pulitzer 5 years ago, yes. So 06, 07, 23 they said, right? That doesn't turn up anything helpful. 07, 06, 23. Do I have to put the dashes in? 06, 07, 23. Was it 23? Yeah, no. Okay, so it must have been since then. And there's only like a 5-year period. Aha! 3 headlines grace the front page. Government Valley. I'm sorry, this has been misprinted. Government Valley Roads program to involve 152,662 eat. Glout defeats Howl in Pulitzer punch-up. Sailing under a black flag, local principal returns from a long voyage. The second article confirms what the women told you. Sidney Glout was awarded the Pulitzer Prize for Drama for his play Hummingbird Behave. 152,662 eat. It must be meat. Well, alright then. Okay, now I've found that out. What does that give me? Let's go and talk to the mill, I guess. Wow, didn't even get sidetracked once. For whom does the windmill spin? I mean, you just told me to ask not, and I like to argue with the narrator. No, ask not. Ask not. Why? It is not necessary to ask for whom the windmill spins, because it is clearly spinning for no one. Yeah, so why bother telling me not to ask? Ask not why you are told not to ask. Fine, I just want to go in the windmill. Windmill! Nah, catch a whisper on the wind of an old mill still grousing about the Pulitzers. Hello. Oh, whoa. I have to go. Okay. Early Farewell to the Fiddler by Marnie Monet. Monet? Didn't the windmill call her a smart merchant? What would it have done if she won the Pulitzer? Oh, a pamphlet slipped out from between the books. NFSC Directive 17.2. We'll check that in a minute. Immigrant Wife by Elmer B. Henkel. What did the Banker say by Haldie Howell? Howell. If only he had won the Pulitzer. Then this windmill might still be spinning and making grain or ham or whatever it did. Paradise Corn by Carrington Whip. A Union Daughter by Sidney Glout. Glout, that's who won the Pulitzer and upset this windmill so terribly. Our Founding Maids by Isadora Curlingway. The Borders of Brighttown by Evelyn Waincroft Webster. The Fishing Bridge by Sidney Glout. Glout, the author who won the Pulitzer for Drama and in so doing sent this windmill into a tailspin where it no longer spins. Okay. What does this say? The National Flower Standards Committee. National Flower Standards Committee Directive 17.2. Stages of flower necrosis. Bakers, nothing in this world is certain except for taxes and flower death. If flour has gone bad, a quick sniff will tell the tale. 6 months bad, fusty smell. 12 months bad, musty smell. 24 months bad, very fusty and musty smell. 36 months bad, fetid smell. 48 months bad, gamey smell. 49 months bad and older, absolute liquefaction. Always remember, better smelled than not smelled. An FSC, protecting our flour. Okay, so that's how we were meant to work out what year it was. Because the flour downstairs smells fetid. Now that we technically have that information, could I say no? Oh, will there be time travel, do we think? So what do we do with that? Professor, anything? Any comments? Oh, I have other things to say. That obelisk business was strange, huh? Which one was that?
Indeed it was. Your corporeal form was transfigured into that of a ghost.
Oh yes, this was in the Gateman Village Fortress. Oh, see through, you mean? Yeah, that's how you look to me.
The boundaries between worlds must be getting uncommonly thin. This is a troubling development.
So, I want to read that newspaper article again. Also, we may as well drop off these onions while we're here.
Great! I can't wait to start making martinis for people who are bad at choosing a good kind of martini.
Also, I found some bitters.
Bitters? How sweet it is, baby!
Now we can do absinthe with... I mean, we have so much elemental armor. Absinthe and cola. And garnish it with a cocktail onion.
Absinthe and cola with a cocktail onion. Coming right up.
Fancy cocktails. Get us. Also, can we have our money? No? Okay. Oh, right. Yeah. I feel like 152662 eat must be a clue. What about the same date in following years? Flip past the front page on the property market in Ocean City, but find no reference in the page to the policy. No, nothing helpful. What about... No. You know what? I can make notes, and I should do that. Okay, I'm going to try back at the mill one last time and see if there's anything else we can say. A gang of elven creatures rush you on the dirt road and show you a very provocative flipbook that you guess they've drawn themselves? Some nasty pictures in there. Well, let's make it nastier. With a waggle of the eyebrow, you pull out a pen and add a couple nauseating details to the narrative presented in the flipbook. The elves pore over the new pages together and all at once burst into tears. Good job. What are the sparkles following me around about? And... so there's something going on with this field. Hello, that's Hoboside. Code reads, go 50 paces west. And west is north. You find a few more symbols hidden under the dirt here. Now go 50 paces north, which is west. Good job, now go 25 south. Now 25 east. Almost there, 50 west, which is still north. Dig it up with a shovel. Previously buried cigar box. Dirty little box, full of dirty little secrets. It's a little cache of buried hobo treasure. Oh wow, a lucky hobo nickel. Plus 30 item drops. The real treasure was the treasure. Quilt square, which adds spooky armored pants. Love that. Junk mail, fuse, gauze, activated charcoal. Very nice. Well, let's continue enhancing these clown pants. Fireproof, warm, electrified, riveted, greasy, colourful clown pants. But now they will be quilted. Now they're comfy, fireproof, warm, electrified, riveted, greasy, something else. Greasy, colourful clown pants. We've got electrified on them, we've got warm on them, got riveted on them. I mean, I should probably be wearing one of these that give me better stats, but at the same time, having just +1 to at least to all my armors is pretty nice. But these give us muscle and HP. I should really be wearing these jeans. Oh, I did that. Well, there's muscle and physical armor on these. I should just be wearing Gatorman skin pants. Yeah, I really should. But if we do that, and then how much can I upgrade? Now we have make them comfy. Now we make them riveted. And warm. And electrified. And fireproof. I mean, these aren't greasy. So we've got 1 muscle, 3 physical, 1 hot, 1 cold, 3 spooky, 1 AP, as opposed to 1 physical, 2 hot, 2 cold, 4 spooky, 1 stench, 2 sleaze, 1 AP. Let's keep them for now. Well, we got some hobo treasure, so there's that. Can we talk to the mill about stuff now that we've seen that, like, we don't have Pulitzer news for the next year? No? Okay. Yeah, we've seen these. Cool. I have no clue. I guess let's go to one of the side quests we've actually been asked to do as part of the main quest. The Ford compound's nearby. Sure, why not? Yes, Dr. Adams has to learn about oil, we know. Not sure what's up with that. Are those peanuts? Those look like flying peanuts. Or maybe cashews. Jesus Christ. Oh, they're beans. Yes, because we were here to find a bean-powered engine, weren't we? Rows and rows of soybeans, as far as the eye can see. Festering pile of decomposing soybeans. A tumultuous bean storm is preventing access to this bunkhouse. You should find somebody who knows more about beans than you and ask them how to deal with this. We probably know someone who knows about beans, don't we? Maybe one of the hobos? Whatever this building was, it isn't one anymore. There's a fence preventing you from going that way. Can't see it, but it's definitely there. Believe us. Hello, floating evil beans. But we could make some potions, if we so wished. We've never had any Aqua Mortis, I don't think. Also, non-Newtonian lotion sounds good. And that's all our miscellaneous chemicals. This car smells unbelievably bad. Try this door first. The break room door is locked. You hear frantic shushing sounds inside. Hello? Someone there? Oh hey, a person! Yeah, that's me. Please, you gotta let us out of here. We've been trapped for ages with nothing to eat but beans. Wow. Where's the key? Actually, we welded the lock shut so the bean monsters couldn't get us. You'll need a Jenkins head screwdriver to take the hinges off. What sort of screwdriver? Jenkins. Sort of X-shape. One of our mechanics invented it. He just got the patent this year. Wow. Nice. Yeah, some guy in Oregon named Philip was super mad. Anyway, there should be one in the bunkhouse. I'll go look. Well, can I talk to you about the bean situation in the bunkhouse? Ah, there we go. Have to know how to deal with the wicked beanstorm that's raging in front of the bunkhouse door? No, sorry, we've just been eating beans. Don't know anything about beanstorms. Alright. Well, hello, evil beans. Some kind of bean monstrosity is blocking your path. Not for long. Thanks, Mosquito. Okay, well, you die to ball. Oh, they have physical armor. You won't die to ball. You'll die to stop hitting yourself, though. Also, why do I have 4 AP? Oh, the cocktail gave me +1 max AP, didn't it? That was the thing that happened. Let's gaze upon this awful thing. So now if you do damage, it'll be much less. Although you still do 12 damage. Well, what if you stop hitting yourself? Only 6 damage. Boo. You don't have physical armor, so why not ball? And then free for all? And then you die because of toilet brush. Brush Scalibur strikes again. You won. Now that bean's a has-been. What was bean? What was bean? There's a loose fist bean. The fist of a bean man will get the best of a mean man. What does that mean? A rotting soybean to add poison to a weapon. Yes. Brush Scalibur gets even worse. God wouldn't make a bean so gross that even he couldn't smear it on something. Smear. Now it's a beamed up, smouldering, hefty, sharp and flaming newfangled toilet brush. Great. More beans. More bean monsters. Whatever the Ford company was trying to do, it doesn't seem to have gone normally. What's the sign first? The factory's 1909 Employee of the Year. That's me. No, it isn't! You were 6 years old! As running jokes go, this is extremely good. Can you stop lightninging us? Very rude. Swarm of spectral soybeans, weak to hot and sleaze, basically immune to physical. Okay, well... Stop hitting yourself kills you. A couple of stop hitting yourselves will kill you. And then, we don't do physical damage, we do stench. You won. That fight was the Beans Neens. Am I getting a cold? A Force Bean. Just 5 physical armor and an accessory. Neat. Must have been the floor manager's desk. Among the old paperworks and paper clips and paper things, you find a small brass key. For a tackle box or filing cabinet. Hydrating and stretching? Make an excellent point. Need to hydrate after this much bean. Also, there's a bean person over there, just saying. Filing cabinet, which is locked, so let's unlock it with the key that was in the desk next to it. You unlock the filing cabinet with the little key you found in the desk. That must be the easiest puzzle in any adventure game ever. Yes, but it's also a sensible way to organise an office. You flip through the folders. Looks like they're employee records, but each one's been sealed in its own envelope. You must take employee privacy real seriously around here. Nothing weird or interesting catches your eye, but you know we have to look for our file. What do you mean, your file? No, look, you never worked here. Sure I did. You did not! Stop that! Found it. Jim Butler. See? What in the hell? How are you doing that? We're giving the narrator an existential breakdown and I'm here for it. Yeah, I've just worked a lot of places, no big deal. Let's look at our records then, I guess. The envelope is firmly sealed, and Department of Labour regulations demand that employee records envelopes be opened only with the proper tools, that is, an actual letter opener and not just your finger or a butter knife or something. That's the second thing we've had where it's like you can't open this because you don't have a letter opener. Have we been past a point where we could have got a letter opener? It's probably in one shop somewhere. Oh, there's 2 bean people. Look out, a whole stew of bean monsters. Slew, not stew. Well, this seems to be the final group. Good. Humanoid bean. So, humanoid beans, 34 HP, and they just buff and do spells and stuff. Stop hanging yourself doesn't kill you. Also doesn't kill you. That's a shame. But it'll get you to the point where I can kill you with ball. And then if you stop hitting yourself, it comes out the same as ball. Now I can use it a couple of AP to kill this one. I have no AP left, so let's just kill the swarm of spectral soybeans with this toilet brush. You can just throw a bunch of poison at this guy. I'll get bean blasted, which is what we're calling it these days. Get more HP. Phosphorata does their thing. Injecting it directly into my head maggot is a sentence I just said. A couple of these will kill you. Or actually, if we just do 1 and then you'll be down to 11 HP with 13 poison and be dead on board, so. And then do it to you, and then brush to death. Poison you some more, be even more dead on board. 1. Beans, beans, the magical brute. The more you beat, the more you loot. Nailed it. Human bean liver. On the one hand, it's a human liver, so you shouldn't eat it. On the other hand, the human it came from didn't have an actual human brain, so is it really that different than eating the liver of someone who's slightly dumber than usual? I have additional questions. And a phase bean. This is an average of a soybean and 0 soybeans, but along an axis that doesn't make that just mean half a soybean. No. No math beans. An expensive looking toolbox. You get a crescent wand. A magical wrench made to twist the fabric of reality. Release the parts of the fabric of reality that are 32 millimeters in diameter. Mysticality plus 6 and reduced target stats. No, that's pretty good if you're a magic user, which I'm not. Ratchet, blurred. This thing. Some kind of complicated gizmo that might be an engine? Take it. This is the only engine-like thing you've seen around here. It's a reasonable gamble that this is what Farina's looking for. This engine has been souped up. Wait, sorry, that's a typo. This engine is bean souped up. Legulith, a column of petrified beans. Well, we can analyze that. You explore the nuances of what it means to be stone beans. Okay, well, we've killed all the beans, so there's that. What was that? Oh yeah, Jenkins head screwdriver. There should be one in the bunkhouse. We don't know how to deal with beanstalk. Got it. So we should have met somebody who knows about beans. That seems like it would be a hobo camp thing? Nothing interesting there still. Also, we should talk to Cornelius, now that he's here, presumably. Oh, he's right there. Oh, hi! Thanks for the tip about this place. Everyone's been really appreciated by my corn and my cooking skills.
Guess I was being selfish before. It does feel good to share and help folks out. That's great. So you've been doing a lot of cooking? Yep, been making a lot of cornmeal. Out of cornmeal. Uh-huh. So what's cooking? I tried a few different things, but everyone liked my cornbread best, so mainly just cornbread. Here, let me cut you a piece. Thanks for helping me out. Wow, that's good. Cornbread's so delicious I can't even make a joke about it. I just want some cornbread. I've never had cornbread. Because English. But no, that's good. Can I have some more? You bet. Although you ain't strictly speaking a hobo, I need to charge you a little bit for the ingredients. Got plenty of corn, but the lard and salt and so on are in short supply around here. Yeah, maybe later. Ah, Beanie. There we go. Well, hey there. Good to see you again. This is how he sounds, apparently. You know anything about bean magic? You guess that on account of my name? Well, that and the fact that you mentioned cooking beans. Yeah, I did a bit of bean slinging back in the day, but there's no money, and since these dang whistles got everywhere... Whistles? Some company went and put little plastic whistles in their cereal boxes. The kiddies, you know? The noise the dang things make is the exact noise that makes bean magic go fluey. And now they're everywhere. Found one in that junkyard, in fact. Here, you take it. Wash it off before using it. Frequency at which beans stop working. Weird. Thanks. Also, we got another hobo. Anything else that's decent? No. Does Johnny trust us enough for more plan details yet? Secret plans? Jimbert, you have been extraordinarily helpful. With your aid, the population of this camp has grown enormously. I believe I can trust you enough to reveal my full plan to you. Yeah. Oh, what is it? I am reliably informed that there is a small, sparsely inhabited island in the Eastern Ocean that is somehow unaffected by the passage of time. My intention is to gather as many hobos as possible and sail there to establish a marvelous, sparkling city of total freedom, unimpeded by this country's laws and social morals. And I shall name that city Hobopolis. That sounds fantastic. And thanks to you, I believe I have enough people to make this fantasy a reality. I'm in your debt, Jimbo. I cannot imagine there are many more hobos out there that join our cause. Please locate them if you can. Okay. Can I use your phone yet? Hands off my telephone. No. Yeah, because what's my hobo knowledge now? 21. So yeah, I assume we've sent 20 hobos here. Okay, cool. I've learnt about beans. Now, to go back to the factory. Compound, whatever. There's something familiar about the long-haired woman on the road who stands waist-deep in a puddle of last night's rain. Oh, yes, it's the woman you last saw standing waist-deep in the swamp bog. But this time she bears no sword. It doesn't look like she's brought you any gifts or treats at all. For decades, the blade of your great aunt was hidden with my family for safekeeping. Now, the weapon is yours, but our business is not yet concluded. Yeah, I remember. I mean, I got rid of the gears, but it's so polite. I haven't used the sword much lately, though. It is your sword to do with as you will. My family kept it for you in exchange for a boon. I call upon you now to perform it. With the fulfillment of your obligations shall come an end to your burdens. I speak, of course, of your swamp gears. Nah, I actually got rid of that myself. Do not tamper with my family's magics. They are finely tuned instruments. You know what you do. But I got rid of it, though. It is of no consequence. In return for services rendered by my family, you owe to us a boon. I call upon you to perform it now. If you do not, I shall simply reapply the gas. Fine, what's the boon? The month nears its end. At this time, the concerns of our family turn to our mortgage payments. We ask for your assistance with our next bill. Wait, that's it? We are a proud family and do not ask for handouts. Only a little help in exchange for services rendered. 400 meat will suffice. Alright, whatever. While I find your actions underhanded, the contribution is appreciated. This will help us to make what we call our nut for the month. Make your own jokes. The woman descends the puddle in the fashion of someone walking down a flight of stairs. Goodbye then. Wait, I was trying to get to the Ford compound. Why have you sent me back here? Look out! A rolling boulder of sticky crude oil is coming down the hill at a terrifyingly slow speed. If you don't get out of the way in the next 3 to 4 hours, you're truck food. Well, let's roll it back up the hill with our mighty powers. Rolling up your sleeves, you hoist the boulder back up the hill until it's safe and stationary on level ground. The labour puts you in mind of Sisyphus and how much better you are than him at this sort of thing. Yes, we are. Is this hubris? Who can say? Dispel the beans. Yep. Thanks for the noise. Maybe the screwdriver's hidden inside these disgusting dirty boots. No. But can we have the boots? No. Can we have the boots? No. But can we have the boots? No, okay. Perhaps the screwdriver's under one of these pillows? No. Under the rug? No. Inside this broken soda machine? No. Inside one of these mattresses? No. In the sink? No. Somewhere on the junk on this messy table? No. Under one of these blankets? No. Maybe this chair fell over because the screwdriver was on it and made it too top-heavy? No. Footlocker has a sturdy combination lock. Perhaps the screwdriver is taped to the underside of the top bunk. Aha! Oh my god, it was. Instead of being flat like a normal screwdriver, this one has an X-shaped profile. Weird. An empty, ratty old toolbox. Oh, and Hobo code, which I didn't even see. Oh yeah. Footlocker combo 02496. Cool. We got Hat's Lucky Satchel. To go with Satchel's Lucky Hat. That's good joke, streamer. Plus 50 meat drops. If only we ever had a problem with meat anymore. Anyway, let's disassemble this door. You unscrew the hinges and pull the door out of its frame. A truly unexpected number of employees flood out of the break room and run away. One of them waves and gives you a thumbs up on his way out of the building. The room smells about how you'd expect after a bunch of people have been trapped for days with nothing to eat but beans, so you prop the door back up over the entryway as a sort of cork. Cool. But can we go in? Loose fifth beans, phase bean, rotten soybean. Oh, we just got more beans. Have they all left the building entirely? And they've all left the building entirely. I want a letter opener. Have they gone to the bunkhouse? No. Are they in the ruined building out here? No. Have they just gone and we just did that for the sake of beans? I guess. We've got time to go for another one of these, I guess. Still don't know what we're meant to be doing with the mill. To the orchard. Carrion birds surround an unidentifiable carcass. They scram when you approach, leaving the puzzle of bones behind. Well, let's solve it. Head bones connected to the... Oh yes, that's an owl skeleton. You recognise it from the Owl Skeleton Museum you were trapped in as a child. Great. Well, that's something. Those sure are some giant worms. How much XP have we got to spend? 167. We should read some of these books for a moment. Let's just get some more HP. The book ends with a suggestion that leeches could be used for bloodletting, and if leech labour laws were relaxed, they wouldn't even need to be compensated. Okay, and we've done all the interesting text there. Hello. A fretful-looking young lady sits behind the fruit stand.
Hi, I'm Maggie. Welcome to Grove Valley Orchard, I guess.
Hi, I'm Jimbert. Seem to have kind of a worm problem.
Yeah, I'm pretty conflicted about it. On the one hand, I'm an anti-capitalist. On the other hand, those worms are really bad for business.
Yeah, that's a tough one. Maggie sighs and taps her fingers on the counter. Do you have any fertilizers there?
What do you need fertilizer for?
That's not for me, it's for a guy, no.
You don't have to be cagey about it. It's just fertilizer. It's not drugs or pornography or anything.
What? No, honestly, it's for someone else.
Aha. Well, I do have plenty. I could give you some in exchange for helping out with these worms.
Yeah, I kind of figured that'd be the deal. Sure.
Great. I'll unlock the basement. The worms tunneled into it, so you should be able to follow the tunnels to their nest.
Your produce stand has a basement?
It didn't even have a roof. The guy who built it was really into basements. Roofs, not so much. I didn't have the heart to insist.
I see. Where is it?
Behind this pile of cinder blocks. Help me move them out of the way so you can see it.
Two of you shift the pile of cinder blocks and Maggie unlocks the trapdoor.
There you go. By the way, watch out for Maraschino down there.
Who's Maraschino?
A cat. She's also our last line of defense against the worms. Kind of also our first line.
Not very effective.
It's hard to explain communal labour practices to a cat.
Yeah, that does seem likely. Also, we had other things to talk to you about, though. Can I buy some cherries?
It's not cherry season.
When's cherry season?
Who's to say? What season is it now, even?
I think it's canonically October?
Definitely not cherry season, then.
Aye. Alison, what's the area's only masonry of note? But also, there's this trailer. Someone has attached a very small, very bad house to this truck. No, there's no way that house contains anything of any use to a non-hippie. How do you know I'm not a hippie? Fine. Seller. Welcome to the Trypophobia cellar. Bunch of bags of fertilizer, more than anyone can use in a lifetime, assuming they only needed a bag every 4 or 5 years. You heave a massive bag onto your shoulder, then effortlessly stuff it into your pocket. Technically, you aren't entitled to this until after you've finished dealing with the worms, but I guess I can't stop you any more than Maggie can. Haha! Now you might be asking yourself, why would anybody need 240 pounds of fertilizer? Don't worry your pretty little head, baby. Could it possibly be to do with... I'm going to say it rhymes with schmoing up a schmeipschmein. Let's check the box first. Someone left an old toolbox down here. Unless maybe they left it a long time ago when it was new. Lead and rivets. Why is this hole smoking? Clogged with nasty smelling growed worm offal. Scrape up the parts that smell the strongest. Enjoy! We have fragrant growed worm secretions. They will convince some growed worms to go somewhere else. And we smell like the horrible things we've been touching. Do we have any, like, stuff like that? Soapy water? I don't think so. No, I might just have to deal with being back down to a regular AP. What does this machine do? The machine appears to be missing a part. Worm gear by the look of things. Makes sense. Can I go in the big hole? Yeah. Yeah. Hello. A lithe enough spelunker could squeeze through this opening. I'm lithe. Lithe in your side cave. Ah, we just skipped some worms. Sloppy little pile of worm egg casings. Oh. Now we have even more secretions. Deploy secretions. Ah, right, so we just have a limited number of those, I guess. This hole is lubricated with worm goo. Make your own jokes. It will be the work of a moment to plunge through it. We have a moment. Not sure what this is, but it reeks of worm flesh. Stick our hand in it. Got some more secretion. It's lovely. She said like a liar. Do the goo. Hooray, goo for everyone. These are animated very viscerally. That's a very large and worrying hole. There you go, this is a distressingly large bore wormhole, told you. The Mother Worm's chamber. Mother! In the words of Axel Irsu, you're a large worm. Oh geez, this is a very large worm. Even I wasn't expecting it to be this big. Well, we'll still kill it. The king thought you might need some help. Thanks, Johnny. Remotely. Okay. Oh, this is the father grub one. This isn't even the mother. So, stop hitting yourself will deal 15. That seems like a good thing to be doing. If we do that a couple times... Oh, right, we can just get it to kill itself. Well, it won't quite kill itself, but we can then finish it off. I was about to do a whole thing of, and then we can debuff it, and then we can do other things. Or I could just get it to stop hitting itself a few times, and then hit it with this toilet brush, and it would die. We're very powerful, is what I'm saying. You won! The giant worm shrieks and retreats into its burrow. You hear rumbling sounds throughout the cavern as the rest of the worms follow its lead. It leaves behind enough loose skin for you to quickly make a pair of boots out of. You know that in each pair of these, one is female and the other is male. Makes you move like a worm. I'm prepared for this to be upsetting. Oh no, just silly. Got it. Now, I think we're back to high steppy. Yeah. No way you're following down that hole. Not for all the fertilizer in the world. Nice pile of cast-off worm skin. Dig. Well, this is awful. We've got a worm pellet. We can open it. An old wallet, an anaerobic ring. Can't be on fire. And a screwdriver. Muscle plus 6 causes by bleeding. You're sure that these 3 items represent some compelling environmental storytelling, but you can't make heads or tails of what it all might mean. Sure. Yeah. And let's open the wallet. 171 meat. And there's hobo code back there. Code reads, riches below. You dig through the pile of rocks and claim the aforementioned riches for yourself. Hurrah! Like I say, we really don't have that much trouble for money. So are all the worms gone now? Got past these probe worms, leave them be for now. Fine, let's go around, I guess. Oh, hello, Maraschino. Red pet. Oh, she must not like the horrible worm stench. Well, fine. Can I throw some secretions at these? Sure can. I still have some more secretions for the last set. Apparently I don't. Okay, no, they just hadn't gone from my inventory yet. But I do still have roadworm stink, right? Yes. Do I really not have anything I could use to get rid of that? Don't think I do. Anything... I think I read that. No, it doesn't seem to be anything else. Combat item? Clean water can only be used to cure somebody who's on fire. I mean, I guess I just go back to let's fight these Crabwalks, may as well. I guess we just go back to the maze and get some more soapy water. Poison. Ooh. I mean, I guess I literally have a pet worm who does poison. Actually, no, she just sedge damage. This is inconsistent. 22, 46, and 35, and wait, 46 max. Okay, well, a couple of balls will sort out the small ones. And effectively I have 32 on this, including the dots. Now let's just take out the small one. Don't like that at that size. Do not care for it. Okay, well you'll just kill Professor Adams if he doesn't heal, so he should heal. Much obliged. Stopping yourself will also do 14 to these. So I think what I want to do is do that to one of them. And the other one, and then I can just kill one of them with the brush. I mean, you're going to attack the person who isn't a ridiculous tank, so... And who is, you know, a mosquito. Yeah, give it a bunch of poison. And now it's dead on board, but it's about to be dead in real life as well. See? So much for you, worms. Ah, some worm oil. Well, that's all the worms in this cave, as we high-steppy triumphantly away. But I do need to find some way to wash my hands. Yeah, we're still worm stenchy. Oh yeah, we need a worm gear for this. I'll talk to Maggie about it. Go with the worms. I noticed. Help yourself to the fertilizer down there if you didn't already. Here, let me throw in a little bonus. We experimented with preserving our cherries in jars, but nobody bought them. Probably because nobody wanted 5 gallons of them all at once. This is slightly more maraschino cherries than were recently found in Lenin's colon. I have so many extra questions. Huh, maraschino cherries. Yeah, we named them after the cat. Thanks. That's a little weird we got through this whole deal without ever referencing The Cherry Orchard by Anton Chekhov. Yeah, I guess. I never read it, though. Yeah, me neither. Can I buy cherries yet? No? Okay. Can I go in this weird trailer house yet? No. There's some cherries on the vine here. Sad little pair of cherries dangles from this tree. Interesting. Let's go back to the Drexel Stead so I can get some soapy water from the mine. The ancient Greek, just the one, ancient Greeks postulated 5 elemental ducts. Element 4, stench. Pythagoras wrote of certain ducks that smell just terrible. Pestiferous ducks that poison the air with big, messy belches. Here comes such a duck now, sticking its webbed feet in the road, blocking your path, girding itself to let loose a big one. Elect not to care. These ducks might... Yeah, we read all of that on the other one. Not today, duck. Push away through the corn. Get some soapy water. Use some soapy water. Get some more soapy water. With our fishing rod, as one does, question mark. And then back to the orchard. The wind blows an old sheet of paper into your face with clap. Kind of nostalgic. Peel it off and read it.
Izzy, I stashed the meat from the bank job under the old burnt tree. Meet me there Tuesday to divvy it up. Don't tell Marv. I want to cut that dumpalooka out of the deal. You look around and then discover that you're standing next to an old lightning-blasted oak tree with a hole dug next to it. 3 skeletons are lying around the hole with rusted pistols still clenched in their hands. In the hole, you find a big burlap sack with the symbol for meat stenciled on the outside. I was about to say, what's the symbol for meat? But it's this, isn't it? It's literally just the icon we've been using. Cat. Cat. New cat unlocked. My smell has been approved. Pet. And we'll get stench armor. Marashina's disdain for bad smells has rubbed off on you. Yes, ooh. Cat. So yeah, we need a worm gear for that, whatever it is. Can I talk to you anything more now? No. Can I go in the house now? No. Okay. Guess we go somewhere else. Tell you what, we are actually just coming up to the end of the thing. I don't really want to start a whole new side thread. Let's go back to the feed store and give people things and see what happens. Yeah. Horrify smells. Now, we have the thing for Farina, and we have the fertilizer for... It was for the other guy, right? Right, yes. Well, hello again. Any luck with that sack of fertilizer? Yes. Oh, perfect. This will be plenty. Thanks for your help. Sure, no problem. I probably ought to get back to my garden. But maybe just one more game first. Still got plenty of time. Farina? Hey there, you managed to back that engine for me yet? Yep. Hey, fantastic. Thanks a million, kid. I can't wait to get this baby installed. We're mostly done. What does Jasper think now? Still a little bit of prep work we can do. Yep. Xenia had thoughts. Also, can we pet this cat? I can't remember. Abby looks at you with distrust in her cute little eye. We'll earn her trust soon enough, I'm sure. How much XP do we have now? 218. That's a bunch. Let's read some books. I mean, item drops are good. So that's where I left it. Personal X-ray, suitable for framing, 5,000 meat per limb. On one page, a 6-bedroomed house is advertised for 30 meat, and that's so upsetting you have to put the book down. Woof. Get a good chuckle from flipping through the old time capsule. Then you think about someone laughing at you 100 years from now. A frown. Welp. Yeah, we should probably call a halt there. Still very confused about the whole mill situation. But hey, maybe it'll become clear. But for now, I think we are going to call it there. So, as ever, thank you all for being here. Thanks for staying to the end, generally means a lot. If you've been watching, you know where to find me, but just in case, this is twitch.tv/Saracent, that's SERASENT, the House of Hubris, streaming live every Tuesday, Thursday and Saturday, apart from when other things happen, at 2 PM British time, that is 9 AM Eastern, 6 Pacific. Other time zones are available, but you'll have to do the maths yourself, or just give us a follow and be notified whenever I'm around. If you do miss anything, VODs are on Twitch for 8 weeks after the fact for everything else. Link down there to the YouTube says VOD archive. It's youtube.com/@houseofhubris, where you can find everything going back to the very start of the channel. There's a lot of stuff there. Check it out. If you, while you're there, if you could throw us a subscription, doesn't cost you anything and gets you hot fresh VODs in your subscription feed every Tuesday and Thursday and Saturday while stocks last, which they should for the moment, because I am still making more of this, I promise. And if they've finished uploading, then sorry, and I'll get the rest eventually. You're not my boss. Weirdly combative, Emma. Cool. If you want to support me walking between the rows
financially, you can, of course, subscribe or cheer on Twitch, but you very much don't need to. Just turn up and hang out and be chill and be good to each other, and everyone's having a good time. If you want to find me elsewhere, links are all down there to the socials, or it's House of Hubris, pretty much anywhere, at House of Hubris on Twitter, at House of Hubris at kind.social on Masto, at houseofhubris.bsky.social on Blue Sky, where you can find me talking about all the stuff I do, which is about to include a whole bunch of exciting new voice acting things. I was just unexpectedly in a small part in the latest episode of Breathing Space that just came out. But hey, my socials are probably the best place to look for that, and also just weird memes. Yeah. I think that's everything. So, thanks everyone for being here. As ever, genuinely means a lot to have you all around. And even if you don't check any of that other stuff out, come back on Thursday for more of Shadows over Loathing, when we will complete our anarchist plot, I guess. Alright. Love to you all, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.